Okay, time to time to do this. The second time we're doing this in a couple days. I've started trying to luck with a 11 game run. See how much money can I make one game from. Now, a couple of corrections. I better see the person who inspired me is actually a female and not a male, so I do apologize for that. And secondly, I think really the main problem, the things that are gonna separate the run from my problem is that game 3, game 5, and game 9. Those are really the only games I struggled with. So let's see how I do in this 11 game test. And yes, I do mean 11. So let's get this started. Hope I'm still out.
Bobby, did you spit my Coke?
Okay.
Hey, it's Friday! Yay! So, how many people are playing?
Just me, baby
Oh,
diva.
you're too kind. Okay, thank you. Now type in your name.
Okay.
45 seconds. See an icon you like? Pick
I'll
it.
stick to the one I did before the robot.
Okay, your buzzer's gonna be the letter B.
Okay. So.
Here we go! Hey, hold your pants! I got a bum leg!
There's the old man doing it, so.
Alright, welcome to Headrush. I'm Bob, and you are...
Yeah, Bob's almost one of guys voiced by Andy Corner. We've also voiced the old man.
Question comes up, you buzz in, then you hit a 1, 2, 3, or 4.
It's kind of like the old man and Bob will talk to
easy. Well, if there's no further questions, let's start today's lesson.
Okay. Historical goods in the future. Extremely wet sports. Mine's longer than yours.
This baby is... Mine's longer than yours. $30,000 for this one. All right, now what's the deal with those guys on Home Improvement? You know, they all got like 3 names. What's going on? If the boys share a dressing room and use Jonathan Taylor Thomas's last name, Taryn Noah Smith's first name, and Zachary Ty Bryan's middle name, how would their door read? Oh, and let me get rid of this for you. Would the door say Jonathan...
Taryn Ty Thomas.
You take Taryn Noah Smith's first name, Zachary Ty Bryan's middle name, and JTT's last name, you get Taryn Ty Thomas.
You could have taken away from me earlier. I could have literally burned. I could have burned Bob in that spot.
Zachary's body and Taryn's legs. Ooh, who could ask for anything more? Except for maybe a hammer to beat him with.
And I break for funny questions. Cars that have that new crap smell. Crafty girls.
Looks like this category is cars that have that new crap smell. And you get 20,000 clams if you get this one. Hey, you know that round little car Volkswagen makes called the Beetle and how they started coming out with new ones again?
Yes.
Imagine that Volkswagen's new car is called the Dung Beetle and has the same characteristics as the actual insect. What'll one of the car's features be? It uses poo for fuel, it has absolutely no poo emissions, it's made entirely of poo, or the trunk is always filled with poo.
Don't ask me why.
Hey, your mom's here to pick you up.
Nah.
Hey, let's take a look at the right answer. Dung beetles roll up these huge balls of poo and then they eat it. So this car would run on poo too. I wonder what the horn would sound like on that thing. Hey, get out of the way!
A Rolling Stone guy with no Kate Moss. What stinks in here? A Masters of the Universe room. It's one of my favorite ones, yeah.
Well, what do we have here? A Rolling Stone gathers no Kate Moss. Looks like this one's going for 10,000 bucks. Okay, let's see. We got beefy tees and pocket tees, V-necks and baby tees. This ought to be a piece of cake. Which of the following models is in a Model T? RuPaul flying a World War II. The Model T was the first car to be made on an assembly line. This year's fashions include wraparound chrome and lightning pinstripes.
Yeah, we made so many of those. The Founding Fathers Lemon. Snuffy's got a brand new beer. The longest kiss on record. Kind of painful that. That's painful, but. No, this late get.
For the Founding Fathers,
I'm thinking at least maybe a this or that. Possibly.
You know, nowadays it seems like everybody's on a book signing tour. If you go to a bookstore for an author signing of the Declaration...
With love, Thomas Jefferson.
The Declaration of Independence was written by Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, and maybe if you're lucky, you can get him to sign that crappy sequel of his, the $2 bill. That sucked.
Yeah, oddball. Everybody sucks. Last Night Stars came out in your face. Don't go there.
Well, now, what do we have here? Hey, you just picked a
this or that. I was kind of waiting we would get one, possibly, so...
And this Dis or Dat Questions category is... Don't go there. Now, I'm going to read off 7 points, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a country or a body part.
Should be kind of easy, really.
As each one comes up,
This is
if it's a
probably one of the
country,
easier
press
Bis stats
1.
I've got, because
If it's
the
a
last
body
7
part,
tips I
press 2.
got
And
SOL
press
in
4
this.
if you wanna
Even if you
skip.
lost money, so.
$5,000 for each right answer, and you lose $5,000
Okay,
for a
country
wrong
or
answer
body
or one
parts.
you
This
don't
should be
get
kind of
to.
easy. My geography is kind of strong, so.
Okay, let's see that timer.
Okay.
Here we go. Libya,
Country,
Tibia,
body part,
labia,
body part,
Latvia,
country,
fibula,
body part,
Namibia.
country,
One more, roommate.
body.
That's all she
That's
got.
a cruel deceptive joke.
That's it.
That is a
Let's check
cruel
out your
deceptive
score.
joke. Romania instead of Romania?
Okay,
That's a
keep going.
deceptive trick. Certainly sick of
Okay,
it.
I
However,
need a
people who
category.
look like Johnny Depp. Grammar and grandpa.
This category is known as Grammar and Gramper. Get it right, I'm handing over $20K. All right, let's see how much you learned by falling asleep in English class. Which of the following song titles is an example of a
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Because the title uses the word like to compare a smell to Teen Spirit, it's a simile.
I also like her ass, actually.
Pooh, smells more like teen armpit.
Yeah. I like to pound
I need a
them.
category.
God save the Burger King. I have a growing pain. I had to go, God save the Burger King. So. That's very painful.
For your enjoyment, God save the Burger King. $10,000 for this one. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Yada yada.
Imagine that Burger King opens a restaurant in Russia named after Russia's historical ruler.
Look at that.
Before the Communist Revolution, the old rulers of Russia were called czars.
It wasn't until Kerensky and Putin decided to take
Hey,
over.
I'm talking to you. You want fries with that or what, comrade?
Yeah. Euro trash.
please.
Brain damage cube. I'm the dancer and he's the dancer.
It's time
Old
for
man's
my
moldy
question.
memories. I got that trick
Here we go.
so.
Please ask it. It's gonna be
I got the trick of the flying fastball, man, which literally is the
Old
same
man's
thing,
memories.
which is
It's gonna be
like almost 20 years after this game. So
The category?
Euro trash.
How does $20,000
okay,
sound?
Hey, I was just looking at some old pictures from my vacation overseas. Let's see here. Oh, here's a good one. It's oh boy, I forget where it is. Well, type it in there if you can help me figure out what this is a picture of. It's now a historical monument, or what's left of it is. It divided
Berlin Wall.
All right, type in.
way back in 1961. The East Germans built a wall that split Berlin into communist and uncommunist parts. They tore it down in 1989.
Ironically enough, it actually took an extra year before both Germans unified. There was a year gap after the Berlin Wall that each side was welcome until both decided to unify in 1990, which is a national holiday in Germany. Smurfy Spice. Those gassy nobles. Smells like tea spirit. This could be about noble gases with periodic table of elements.
This one's called Those Gassy Nobles. And you're playing for a
$30,000.
$30,000 wad. Let's boogie.
Okay.
If the noble Prince Charles were to actually give off noble gases at the dinner table, which of these would he not emit?
Hydrogen
Neon-fart
is
helium
a
smoke.
hydrogen.
Hydrogen is not one of the noble gases.
Helium, neon, xenon,
Bravo, Mummy.
krypton.
These scones and blood sausages have given me a nasty case of the hiccups.
Hindenburg, baby. The British are coming at 30 minutes
Pick a
over.
category.
When the sidekick is funny, then it was. Not if you can understand it. It sounds like a worse name than
give
the
it up
first
for
one.
The British are coming in 30 minutes or we're free. $20,000 for a correct answer. And we're off.
Okay.
Imagine that after the revolution, Paul Revere opened a fast food delivery service. How would
Or
he have
one of
most likely told his-
to faster.
Paul Revere was signaled by lanterns hanging in a church tower. 1 lantern if the British came by land, and 2 if by sea.
Yep.
And 3 if they want their fixins on the side.
Where do you think you're
Okay, I
going?
need a
What's up,
category.
man? Pro. What does this taste like?
We'll be right back to the game after this
Commercial break.
commercial
This one's gonna be
break.
6.
Hey kids, come on down to the Puppy Farm! Just drop your puppies in the top and watch them dig an underground community.
Can they breathe in there?
The large plexiglass viewing surface is perfect for group puppy watching. Look, kids! It's a puppy farm!
That'd be heartbreaking to kids seeing their animals, their puppies suffocate. That'd be so sadistic.
It's Headrush
So-
time, my friends. Don't even think of blinking, because when you see two words that match, you better buzz in. If I think you're right, you get $5,000. But if I think you're wrong, I'm making a withdrawal of $5,000. And don't forget, remember the match better fit this clue. What's your band's problem? Well, let's see if you can rock on this Headrush. Good luck.
Jane's addiction. Okay. Alice Cooper. Alice in Chains, actually. Rage Against the Machine. Bare Naked Ladies. Third Eye Blind. Insane Clown Posse. There's one more. Typo Negative. Okay. Okay, let's see how much you get in my first game.
Good effort, good effort. Nice hustle. Let's check out your final score.
So, already $2,500 ahead on my prior
Hey, way to go,
attempt.
Green. You know, it's like I always say, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose.
$108,000
though,
though, but that's just one game. I've got 10 more to go.
Bye-bye.
Got 10 more to go. Maybe give it 5 back up again.
Showtime.
Okay. Even pro browsers have to die someday. MC's goal. It's small, but the rent's cheap.
Now serving. It's small, but the rent's cheap. This one can get you 10 grand. Okay, now say you tell your sweetie pie or your honey bunch or your love pig or whatever that he or she lives in your heart. Imagine that your significant other actually
A
lives
form of
inside.
partner.
The human heart has 4 chambers, 2 atria and 2 ventricles. And whatever you do, don't let them pound holes in the walls.
Chris Rock rocks the pick. Hey, watch where you're sticking at us. I love you, I eat you. Uploads. Pinch signs. And then the milkshake.
Here she is. Chris Rock rocks the crib. 10,000
Back-to-back
beanies if you get
10K,
this one.
so.
Okay, imagine comedian Chris Rock decides it's time to start having children. If funny man Chris Rock names all of his kids
Geriatric.
there is no type of rock called geriatric rock.
Which would be the old rock.
Unless, of course, you're talking about geriatric rock bands like The Who or the Rolling Stones.
Hey,
Or-
you! Get off of my lawn!
Or Rock Hudson, for that matter. Chew on this! Laugh and the world laughs at you. Urine! Francis wasn't a trash talking with Milan. Considering that the
This one is urine. 20,000 bucks
20
says
grand.
you don't know this one. All right, now you've probably seen a sign before that says, please don't pee in the pool, right? They probably put it there because of you. Well, anyway, in which country would you most likely see a sign that says, please don't pee in the
China.
Yellow River? It's in China.
Yep.
Huh, and all this time I thought that river was European.
Yeah. The house that bad
New
taste
category.
Badlands I wanna be. I pay to see Al Gore busted.
Open wide. ride and get ready for Badlands as I Wanna Be. And it's worth $20,000 if you get this one
20K.
right. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. Say NBA bad boy Dennis Rodman decides that he wants to go play basketball in the Badlands. What headline might you see in the sports section? Rodman makes a mint in Montana. Rodman goes south to South Dakota.
Badlands.
Rodman says okay to Oklahoma. Or Rodman to air it out in Arizona.
Badlands. I would guess it'd be in Arizona, but it'd only be a guess.
For the curious, here's the right answer. The Badlands are in South Dakota. It's not a very populated area. Most of the people who live there have been ejected on technicals. But their hair, oh, the colors, you wouldn't believe it.
Never been there. Can't take eyes off screen. Don't play deal with me. Only mom knows for sure.
Hey, nice choice. You just
This
picked
or
a
that.
dis or dat.
Ironically enough, back-to-back games where the fifth question is a this or that.
This dis or dat's category name is Only Mom Knows for sure. Listen up, I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a man or a woman. If you think it's a guy, press 1. If you think it's a woman, press 2. And to skip, press 4.
Okay, last one I almost got a perfect one, except for that damn Romania question. I guarantee you this, if it was Romania, I would have gotten a heartbeat. Okay. So, male or female names, or could be male or female names.
Marilyn Manson, man
That's a
or woman?
man.
Left Eye,
Woman.
Liv Tyler,
Woman.
Liev Schreiber,
Man.
Erykah Badu,
Woman.
Stevie Nicks,
Woman.
last one.
Man. Perfect this or
You were
that.
Perfect, no time to spare. There you go.
Up to
Feel good?
$265,000 so
We're
far.
still playing here.
Okay. Adding flavor to
Alrighty, you
crappy
pick one.
music. Feed your head. Sleep will suck. Oh, that would eviscerate so
And here
bad
we
if that
have
happened.
adding flavor to crappy music. This one will
Hey,
get you
that's my
10
opinion,
grand.
and it
Hey,
passed
remember those
2005.
Spice Girls? You know. Well, I hear they're trying to get new nicknames where each one's going to have a different kind of spice in their name. Imagine making a spice cake out of these new spicy Spice Girls, because her name
Brie
isn't a
isn't it?
spice. Brie is not a spice, but it is a kind of French cheese.
Yep.
And I guess the Spice Girls are some kind of British cheese.
Big Magician's
I need a
Little Dickens.
category.
What's it about Xena that scares me? Scooby-Doo, what kind of rabid beast are you? I could that was just a camouflage to reveal the true inner workings of the good dog.
And I believe this one's called Big Magicians with Little Dickens. You get this one right, it's worth
$30,000.
30,000 greenbacks. Hey, you know that creepy magician guy, David Copperfield?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Say David Copperfield works in the place that Charles Dickens' David Copperfield worked as a child. If he performs magic on this place in his next TV special, what might you see? A carnival float, a factory disappear, a mine shaft explode, or a skyscraper shrink?
I've never read David Copperfield, but I would guess he'll work at a skyscraper.
Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. Charles Dickens' book David Copperfield revealed the horrible conditions many children were forced to work under in factories during the 1800s. I can't imagine oppressing people like that. Hey, old man, get off your butt and get back to work.
Ooh, right away, me lord.
Yeah, but what the heck is Terry
Pick a
Hat?
category.
Does this mean I'll have to get in the whole party till you can't pronounce your own name? This could be one of our few.
Let's see
We
what we
might
got
not
here.
get additional
Party
ones.
till you can't pronounce your own name. $10,000 for
Yeah.
this one.
There
Okay,
were a
now
couple
imagine
times
it's
my prior
1989
one were
the
a
city of New York
few
wants to
cases
celebrate
where-
by blaring old Prince music and renaming themselves the way Prince did. If New York were to rename itself in the way the artist formerly known as Prince did, what would be its new
That'd
name?
be-
The city formerly known as New London, the city
Happy New
formerly known
Amsterdam,
as
isn't it?
New York City used to belong to the Dutch, who called it New Amsterdam.
They're not going to name it after an English
And I
city. In
hear
fact,
the
most
Statue
of the
of Liberty's gonna
territories,
put her hair in
with the
pigtails
exception of
and start
Mexico,
wearing
were
wooden
all
shoes.
named
Yeah.
after British cities. His skin
Okay,
is so
I need a
pasticky.
category.
How to get the second base? This little pig ate donuts. This is probably one of the few where we only get this or that,
And
which
this
is fine with me.
how to get to second base. Looks like this one's going for $10,000. So, anyone out there play sports, or do you just like to sit on your big old boot playing computer games? If Pony League baseball players run around the bases like a member of the Pony Express, what would batters have to do? Have a pinch runner take over at each base, hop on a train and slide head first, round the bases clockwise, or run the bases till they die?
I think that was passing info to someone.
The Pony Express was a relay mail service where riders would change horses or couriers at specific points along the trail.
Hey, Coach, Billy twisted his ankle running the third.
Well, we'll have to take him out. I meant take him out of the game.
Shoot him. Dance your pants.
Category
Carbon
please.
dating tips. Smell the derriere. Smell the
This bad boy is Carbon Dating Tips.
20,000
Get it right,
bucks.
I'm handing over 20K. Okay, now imagine you're an atom. That's right, I said an atom, and you're trying to pick up other hot atoms at the mall. If you're too lame to ask the other atoms for a date, what could you do to at least get their atomic numbers? Smell their nucleus, ask how much they weigh, count their rings, or find out how many protons they
There's
have.
something that's about protons they've got, right?
An atom's atomic number is based on how many protons are in its nucleus.
Yep. 315.
But I say don't try to become a molecule on the first date. Really, you're gonna regret it.
Shake that back.
Alrighty,
What's
pick
your
one.
secret? Where can I find you? Headrush.
Oh, looks like you've had Rush before. Well, check out this clue, because it may come in handy.
Okay.
Where can I find you? Well, I'm gonna find you at the bottom of the
Could be
ocean
about Country
unless
with
you
Famous
ace
Land.
this head rush. Good luck.
Party of 5. Oh, this is about shows. I think Party of 5 air on W. No. Not CBS. Fox. Yeah, this is gonna be about ER. That might be on actually on ABC. I believe. No, not Fox. Not Fox. NBC. This is gonna be a pretty much a rough one. 6 minutes. That's on CBS. It always has been. Always will be. Okay. Dawson's Creek. Warner Brothers. Dharma and Greg. This is I think that was on ABC, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. House of Style, that's an MTV. I want the old MTV back. No shot. Ugh. I think that might be on TNT, I believe. Oh, UPN. Okay, so. Not a great Jack Attack. So.
Nothing to write home about, but not too shabby. Let's see your final score.
Not a 145, which isn't too bad, but keep in mind, even though I'm behind by City Grammar PB, keep in mind, the third game, I lost 10 grand in the third game, so there is time for me to, I could easily, if I sum up Deja Vu, it's going to be a disaster to come back out, so.
Yes, sir, that's showbiz.
Fire back in.
Hey, gotcha. Hey, come on, leave the goat alone. We have a show to do here.
That's one big freaking thing. Show me the fun. Games desperate people play. Where do you go from here now that all the money has just been gained?
Say hello to games desperate people play. How does $20,000 sound? Wipe off that finger, because here we go. If the dating game were taped on the international date line, what would the contestants
That'd be
most
the next
likely
day, I
do?
believe.
The international date line divides one day from another. So on one side of the line, it's today, and on the other side, it's yesterday.
Yeah, the Darius line is very skewed
what'd you
actually
do that
toward
for?
hers. I
I
think
never
it's
kissed before
Cure
the first
Boss.
date.
I think it's like plus 14, I believe. MTV Math.
Okay,
School
pick a
sure is
category.
rough. As the Cheryl Crow flies. Gotta go MTV Math.
The category is MTV Math. And
30?
we got $30,000 in the pot.
30
All right,
bucks.
now with this question, I want you to focus on the missing numbers. Then you can show us some of your mad math skills. Ooh. Blank angry viewers times top blank videos of the week equals the number in which of these titles? Sex in the 90s, Apartment 2F, 120 minutes, or top 20 video countdown?
That'd be the top 20 video countdown.
3, 2, 1.
20? Not the top 20? Oh,
Well,
sex in the
here's what the
90s.
answer is in the real world. 12 angry viewers times the top 10 videos of the week equals 120 minutes, give or take a few seconds. Whoa, I somehow managed to mention 3 whole MTV shows that actually deal with music. It's amazing.
Yeah. I bought your
Okay, I
putt.
need a
Get your
category.
fingers on my ball. Yankee Doodle later. Well, back to the fat guy getting his organs thrown out.
May I introduce? Get your fingers out of my ball.
Could put
10,000
me at
bucks
flat
riding on
zero.
this one. Okay, now imagine you belong to a bowling league. Yeah, I could see that. If the bowling alley replaces their regular bowling pins with terrapins, what will most likely happen? A dinosaur will eat your bowling ball, artificial limbs will fly everywhere, turtles will be getting knocked over, or strikes will cause explosions.
A terrapin. I've heard of the terrapins. I believe that's a dinosaur.
No, I said terrapin, not pterodactyl.
Alright, was it?
Oh, and here's what you didn't pick. A terrapin is a freshwater turtle. As if bowling wasn't boring enough.
That was a tricky. Headrush.
I need a
Thing that makes
category.
you sing in the shower. I love the ladies!
No, I don't want to speak in the microphone. Hello, everybody. Here we go. Old man's morning memories.
This is this early in the game, actually.
Hey,
Coming at you.
things that make you sing in the shower.
This could be an
And you pocket
artist.
20,000 clams if you get this one.
Hey, Bobby boy, did I ever tell you I used to be an actor on the stage?
No way. Get out of here.
Yepsy daisy, I was in a musical in a summer stock theater.
I don't believe it. Hey, let's hear a little bit.
Oh, I don't remember the words to the songs or like what it was called or anything, but...
Well, why don't you tell us what you remember, and then we'll type in the name of the show when we got it.
Oh, okay. I remember that it was a rock and roll type of show musically. They made a big fancy...
Is it
This
Grease?
could be it.
Man, you should have seen me in my tight leather outfit, boy.
So back at 0.
So you were in Greece, huh, old man?
You betcha. Hey, I can still fit in my costume. Wanna see?
Whoa,
Oh.
no. I do not want to see that. No, thank you, old man. I believe you.
Yeah, they used to
Who
have
would
to
wanna
grease
see an
me
old
up
man
to
in
get me
latex?
into it. You know, I got this big old booty.
What the heck is that comfort friendly? Let's make fun of old people. Teach your parents about real football. Number 5.
Well, what do we have here? Teaching Europeans about real football.
It's a shame that
This
the
one will
sports ones
get
are
you
much
10 grand.
cheaper.
You know, every time I turn around, it seems like another professional football team is changing cities. If the Vikings moved from Minnesota
That'd be
to the country where the real Vikings...
Denmark.
The Vikings were located in the area known as Scandinavia, which includes Iceland, Sweden, and Denmark.
Also factor in
It would
Norway and
suck
Finland
trying
as
to get a
well.
hot dog at those games. Everything would be like creamed herring.
Get your herring dogs here, red hot herring dogs.
Okay.
Okay,
I get
your
800 pounds in
category.
2 weeks. Hammer time! Can't test this. I guarantee we're probably gonna get at least a this or
This
that.
one's
It's kind of like the
called,
codes.
I
Like
gained 800
you have
pounds in
to,
2
you
weeks.
have to skip
20,000
a
bucks
this or
says
that
you
in
don't
every
know
game. It
this one.
seems.
Here's the pitch.
Okay.
Which of these models would be the heaviest? Naomi Campbell on Pluto, Nikki Taylor on Uranus, Cindy Crawford on Jupiter, or Kate Moss on Mars?
That'd be Cindy Crawford and Jupiter.
Jupiter's the most massive planet, so it would exert the most pull on a supermodel and make her the heaviest.
Yeah, that's great, Cindy. Now, a little more love. Work with me.
Robotic
Alrighty,
difficulties.
pick one.
Entertainment news is a joke. You won't find them in a box of crayons.
Whoa!
This or
Someone
that,
just
back
got
to-
themselves a dis or dat.
It's literally a rule. You've got to get a this or that every game for some reason. It's a rule, not the exception.
The category for this dis or dat is entertainment news is a joke. Okay, I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's an MTV news anchor or a news anchor from Saturday Night Live. If the name
Okay,
belongs to an MTV anchor person, press 1. If it belongs to a Saturday Night Live anchor, press 2.
I might know
And
this
press
one because I've watched a
skip.
bit of
For each
SNL
right
back
answer, you
in
get
SNL clips back in the
and you lose
90s.
5,000 for each one you get
So
wrong.
this
or
could
that you don't get
hurt.
to.
This could help me out bigger. So
Alrighty, bring out the monkey.
okay,
Let's boogie. Serena Altschul.
MTV,
Kurt Loder.
MTV as well.
Norm Macdonald.
SNL.
Kevin Nealon.
SNL.
Colin Quinn.
MTV.
Tabitha Soren.
MTV.
Last one. Dennis.
SNL.
That's all she wrote. Hey, you only missed one. Not too bad. Let's check out your score.
Kevin Nealon.
Nice. Okay, let's check out
Kevin
the
Nealon.
categories.
Have a vice day. My dad's got a helicopter. Let's put on this issue. I believe I could fly in legs. Only need 7 questions, so there's still a
This
bit of
category is
improvement to
known
do.
as Have a Vice Day.
This
I'm
could
giving
be
out
about
30
Mummy Vice
grand
or
for
Vice
a right
Presidents.
answer. All right, let's find out if you ever read anything besides the comics in the newspaper. Look at the following list and tell me what 2 names are missing from the sequence. Nelson Rockefeller, Walter Mondale, blank,
Rockefeller,
blank.
Walter
Al Gore.
Mondale,
Is
that
it
would
Ross
be
Perot, Hillary Rodham Clinton, Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, George
Rockefeller,
Bush, Dan
Mondale.
Quayle,
That'd be
or
Bush and Quayle.
It's a list of recent vice presidents. The 2 missing ones are George Bush and Dan Quayle.
Rockefeller 74, 77, Mondale
who
70,
says
80,
politics aren't
70,
fun?
71, Bush 81, 89, Quayle 90, 88 to 92, and then now Gore. This ain't no pie. This ain't no this. Up Dawson Creek up pie. She just served a couple and stay warm. I had to go with the Talking Heads reference. Only in manga.
This ain't no party. This ain't no disco. This one can get you 10 grand. Hey, remember that canceled show, Boston Common? If dissatisfied viewers protest the cancellation of Boston Common by recreating
the harbor.
The Boston Tea Party occurred when the colonists protested taxes by throwing a bunch of British tea into the harbor.
Which resulted in the British basically punishing us
You
for
should have seen
quartering
what
back.
happened when there was talk of canceling the Naked Truth.
Are you threatening me? Toothpaste is fun. This question might make you gag. Are you threatening me? I had to go with the Beavis and Butthead reference.
This one is...
Are you threatening me?
20,000 bucks for
I
the
had to do
correct
it in
answer.
Beavis one as
Whoa!
well.
This week on Beavis and Butthead, the great Cornholio tests his superpowers by attempting to halt a speeding truck with his body. As the truck speeds toward Cornholio...
That'd be the Doppler effect.
The Doppler effect says that as a sound approaches, its frequency increases, making the pitch higher. And as it moves away, the frequency decreases, making the pitch lower. But you know, I'm pretty sure Cornholio is more concerned about whether or not the truck is filled with teepee for his bunghole.
Yeah, teepee.
Got to the silver tier much earlier than expected.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, the humanity! The humanity! Oh my god, what is that? It's the biggest icon I've ever seen! I can't believe it! You've reached the silver level! Hi-ho, silver! I can't stand it! I can't take it anymore! Woo! Okay, hey,
That was
let's
the
get back to the
melodramatic guy. Can you get behind us?
Okay,
What's
I need a
between the
category.
covers? Rhymes with poo.
Hey, let's take a quick
Yes, I had to
break
go
for
with
the
the
commercial
Rocket Charlie
message.
insult.
From the makers of Man Packs come Rat Pads.
They're cool. My friends all wear them.
What are they?
I don't know, but I'm wearing one.
Rat Pads come in 3 sizes. Super for heavy days, regular for normal days, and extra light for light days.
Whatever that means.
Where do you put it?
I don't know, like down there somewhere.
Oh, Rat Pads is literally like the
You want
tampons
the
that ladies
Headrush?
wear.
You got it. Heads up, here's your clue. Rhymes with poo. And you better get a lot right or your score's gonna smell like poo.
Okay.
Good luck.
Cow talk. Moo. You had to go along his grammar base. Stick stuff. That's goo, I believe. Or glue, yeah. Good one. The sky. That'd be... Not you. Blue. Book cover. That'd be a shoe. Not me. No! Not me, you. Respiratory. That'd be not a cold. That's tough. The flu. Okay. Shot is purple. No! Oh, boo. Okay, let's see. 6 out of 7 in Jack's side.
Not bad, not bad. Why am I yelling? I don't know. Let's check out your final score.
145, 2 games in a row.
Hey, Hey, congratulations, my friend. You made it through an
Yeah,
entire
I'm now
game by
almost
yourself, and you came
90
out on
grand
top.
ahead from my
Not
prior
many people can
games,
say
so
that.
yeah.
They
Keep in
can.
mind, I lost
Thanks for
taking
playing.
1 from 4 or 5 grand if I have the last attempt, so I'm already doing better actually. So I keep this up.
Credits and...
Number 4.
Down again. Hey, you. We don't need that. Move that. All
Send
right,
the goat out,
game. Let's
please.
go, people.
Desperate times call for
Okay,
desperate
pick a
judges.
category.
Am I supposed to eat the Pikachu? Who stepped in do? Who really stepped in?
Pucker up for Desperate Times Call for Desperate Beverages, and it's worth
Which is parody of
20,000
Desperate
bucks if you
Times
get
Call for
this one
Desperate
right.
Measures.
All right, now you've all drunk that Fresca stuff before, right? Fresca. Imagine that the soft drink Fresca
That'd be
spices up their
a
image by changing their name.
plaster paint.
A fresco is a type of painting that's done on wet plaster. There's a whole bunch of them in Italy.
Yeah, I've never drank Fresca, but I have drank
So you should be
LaCroix and
belching up some
Seltzer
really pretty
before.
colors. Ooh, burnt sienna.
Starring Jackie
All
Chan
right,
as
pick
Ben.
one.
High kick, slow places, Canada. Leave it or leave it.
Looks like this category is Canada. Leave it or leave it. 10,000 genies if you get this one. Heads up, here it comes. Based on the symbol found on the Canadian flag, what inappropriate thing might Canadian
Press it in the
citizens
leaf
accidentally...
collection. It's a maple leaf.
The Canadian flag has a maple leaf on it.
This reminds me of the name of the hockey team
During
in
the
Toronto.
fall, you can watch Canadians running and jumping into big piles
I would
of
hate to
Canadian
see
flags.
Doug Gilmour shoot a puck straight through that flag. I love rock and roll. Body surfing the whole world. Now those are holy jeans. I love rock, which is parody of the Joe Jett
Now
song "I
serving,
Love Rock and
I
Roll."
love rocks and rolls. 10,000 bucks riding on this
This is
one.
the ones
Think
I-
fast.
I'm gonna look for.
Based on the hardness of the substances in their names, which of these musical artists...
Neil Diamond.
A diamond is the hardest substance on Earth, so Neil Diamond rocks the hardest.
That's what I've been saying for years.
Neil
but do you
Diamond, yeah,
kids
Neil
listen?
Diamond.
No.
Sweet Caroline, huh? I'd school in the summer.
Category,
No
please.
class. Grandpa's got a brand new bag. The sooner you learn to gamble, the better.
Hey, move over, host boy. I gotta ask these kiddies a question.
This is the third time Old Man's Foley Memories pops up again. Please give me Milan or a headbutt. I cannot be cursed with Old Man again.
Here
I
she
know it's
is.
annoying.
Like school.
I know it's
in the summer,
annoying,
no
but
class.
there's gotta be a limit
20,000
somehow.
bucks says you don't
Give
know
me a
this
head
one.
for a trash talk for one for
Tell you,
crime.
they don't make TV shows like they used to, boy. There was that one show I used to really love. Oh, man, what was it called? Oh,
Okay.
you know, it's that one. Oh, gosh, it's right there. I can't see it. Oh, you know. It was about that funny high school teacher with the curly hair and the mustache.
Marty.
Yo. You see, he went back to work at the same school he went to.
Is it Welcome Back
Let's
Cotter?
see what you think.
Hey, it's all coming back to me now. The mustache.
John
the
Travolta,
curly hair,
everybody.
the sweat hogs. It's Welcome Back, Cotter.
That had,
So you
believe
really
John
like that
Travolta
show, huh?
starring in,
Oh,
in that movie.
sure. Yeah, it reminds me of when I was a boy and I had to walk to school 30 miles and we had to hunt for our own lunch and burn our clothes to keep warm. Yeah.
Yada yada yada, old man. It's basically just Andy Paul talk to himself. I'll doppel young Ganga. Monkeys flying out your butt. Planet of the dying virtual pets. You finally get the two kids, because Desert Dad was always in the fifth question.
The category? I'll doppel your ganger.
Doppelgangers,
And you pocket
please.
20,000 clams if you get this one. Coming at you.
Okay.
Which of these products' advertising campaigns best shows the concept of the doppelganger? The Pillsbury Doughboy, the Doublemint Gum Twins, the Budweiser Frogs, or Mr. Clean?
Doppel Nippy. The double big gum twin.
Doppelganger is German for double walker and can mean double or twin or even evil twin.
Yep. Pumpkin is also used for,
But if you ask me,
it's
all
technically a
twins are
term used
evil.
for
Hey,
a
get outta here.
confidence
Who let
trick,
you
or
in here?
a con.
Curse you, brother. I'll be back. I'm sorry about that, folks. Let's move on.
No worries, Bob. Bye, Miss America 5. Saturday what? Who will save your pieces? How'd it go with the Don McLean reference of Bye, Miss American Pie?
Alright, give it up for Bye-Bye, Miss Amerigo Pie.
Is this about
Get
Amerigo
it right, I'm
Vespucci?
handing over $20K. Hey, if Columbus supposedly discovered America, then why isn't the country named after him? I mean, instead, America's named after the first name of some guy who put America on the map. His first name's Amerigo. But if the American continents were named after Amerigo's last name, what would
Vespuccica!
America is named after Amerigo Vespucci, an Italian explorer and map maker.
It's kind of like Amerigo
I pledge
Vespucci.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of Vespuccica.
You've got a girlfriend down your leg. Primetime Warriors hit the big screen. Face hugging, chest burning, stomach churning!
Your attention, please.
This or that again.
You just picked a dis or dat.
Yeah, expect a couple more, and I'm not the biggest this or that fan, but I could totally understand the
Category
concept.
for this dis or dat question is Primetime Whiners hit the big screen. Alright, now I'm going to give you 7 movie titles, and for each one, I want you to tell me if the movie stars someone from Friends or someone from My So-Called Life. As each one comes up, if it stars
FM.
someone from Friends, press 1. If it stars someone from My So-Called Life, press 2.
I'm gonna take it in this one, because I've never watched either show, but
$5,000 for each right
I watched
answer,
every show,
and
or I watched that for
$5,000 will be
movies,
taken
so-
away if you get it wrong or don't
so
get to it.
put it out there. 5-8.
Can we see the monkey timer, please?
Okay.
And we're off. Romeo and Michelle.
Life.
Romeo and Juliet.
It's life.
Escape from L.A.
Friends?
Picture Perfect.
Life.
And
Life.
Les Miserables.
Friends.
This is it. Fool's Rush.
Life.
That's all. Hey,
A
you got
disaster
one
of
right.
effort
Don't let anybody
proportion.
tell you
Just
that's not good.
one answer correct.
Hell,
That's what
that
you get
sucked.
when you
Let's,
someone who prefers
move on.
video games over cable television. It has been my
Okay,
day,
I need a
week, month,
category.
year. That rides the bomb. That's a bunch of bull. So, thankfully, there's three more questions I can recover from that disaster of
And
this
this
or that.
is, it hasn't been my day, week, month, or year. $10,000 for this one. All right, now you've seen that show Friends, right? Well, you know how Joey and Chandler are roommates? If Joey and Chandler have a huge
That'd be,
fight and Chandler decides to move in with another Joey, what scene
That'd be a
might
kangaroo.
audience- A Joey is another name for a baby kangaroo.
I would hate to be punched
Yeah,
by a
the
kangaroo.
worst part about living in a kangaroo's pouch is that it's really hard to sneak someone in for the night without your mom catching
That's where
you.
babies are hosted.
I
Ducky
need a
and Foggy.
category.
Nice your parents told you. Don't be such a baby. I had to say baby in an Australian accent.
For
Okay.
your enjoyment, Duck and Fugly. You give me a right answer, I give you $30,000. Hey, you know how in the
Take the
Ugly
F out of
Duckling
ugly,
story, the
replace it
duckling was
with the
actually
D,
a baby
and-
swan? Well, if the story The Ugly Duckling uses the name of a baby swan in its
That'd
title,
be a
what would-
cygnet.
A cygnet is a young swan, so the story would be retitled The Ugly Cygnet.
That'd be just a very confused way to say
You know,
it.
I was kind of ugly when I was young, and my mom would say, "Don't worry, Bob. Someday you'll be covered in feathers and you'll be able to take a crap in the lake, too."
Jumbawa! This one's not for boys who cry.
Open wide and get ready for Boys Who Cry. Looks like this one's going for $10,000. Eyes up front, we're moving.
Okay.
Say the boy who cried wolf grows up to become a member of the paparazzi. Given his history, what will people most likely think if he cries, "Scott Wolf! Scott Wolf!" Will they think Scott Wolf is a giant, Scott Wolf is nowhere around, Scott Wolf is leading kids out of Hollywood, or Scott Wolf is a werewolf?
I've never read the book, nor have I watched the show. I flat out guess 2. Flat out guess 2.
In case you're wondering,
Wolf looped it in.
the boy who cried wolf was always setting off a false alarm when the wolf wasn't actually around, so he probably doesn't see Scott Wolf either. I don't understand why anyone would go around crying Scott Wolf anyway. Although, I always cry when I watch Party of Five. Poor Bailey.
What the hell's wrong with Neff Campbell, Bob? I bet you say that to all of us.
Hey, pick a
Who's your
category.
hero? Hey, that's mine!
Oh, looks like you've Headrush before. Well, check out this clue, 'cause it may come in
$5.95.
handy.
Going in.
Hey, that's mine. But I'm willing to share if you're quick on the buzzer. Good luck.
Okay. Gilligan's Island. So this is basically shows or books about places. Pull a super glue gun and stick it fixed to you. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Jane's. Speaking of Jane's addiction, but it was Jane's addiction. That was a trick one. Rocco's Modern Life. Beekman's World. Pee-wee's Playhouse. Okay. Herman's Head. I've never heard of Herman's Head, so 6 out of 7, I'll take it.
Good effort! Nice hustle! Let's check out your final score!
Up to 6, so 145 3 games in a row.
Hey, Green, you were like the best player.
$145,000 in a row. $145,000 3 games. I know when Berksy did her attempt, she got 3 straight games, she got $130,000. So we're in the same boat.
All right,
Let's go for 5.
You heard him. Move it or lose it.
Someone please kill the goat because of the Henry show. I'll see you in hell. Say hook fit 3 fast times. Live it, breathe, just hook fit. Not to press.
The category is a living, breathing juice box.
I'm not sure that was a $30,000
for
question.
a correct answer. Hey, you know that saying, the straw that broke the camel's back? Well,
yes.
Suppose you take that straw, poke it into the
That'd be
camel's hump, and camels store fat in their humps so they can survive in the desert.
Yeah.
And be sure to try new fat-free Fatty
I
Bits.
can't imagine if there was bones in the humps, it would be painful. Philosophical meat lesson. As if we don't know enough about you already. Pop quiz!
Coming at you as if we don't know enough about you already. You get this
30
one
fat
right,
one.
it's worth 30,000 greenbacks.
I ain't nothing more than a greenback dollar.
Pop quiz for you. So get out your 4-colored pen and listen up. How do I feel about that early 80s stuff coming back into style? Cool, now I can wear my Reeboks again. Okay, some people can pull it off, some can't. Boring, I'd much rather stick with platforms. Or lame, it sucked the first time around.
80 stuff. 4, just a guess.
Should have picked this. Hey, I don't care how you slice it. Early 80s stuff was, is, and always will be lame. Now,
What
late
if
70s crap, that stuff rocks.
When your parents were one of the
category.
widows. Niceness. That's why they call it the boob tube. Close my eyes because how idiotic that sounds.
And here we have, so that's why they call it the boob tube. And it's worth $20,000 if you get this one right. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. If obnoxious media queen Jenny McCarthy is a victim of
That'd be
McCarthyism,
communism, actually.
Back in the 1950s, Senator Joseph McCarthy started accusing everyone of being a communist.
Which ironically led to actors actually being
Comrade,
blacklisted.
have you seen new Jenny McCarthy spread?
I think Fidel Castro's spread is
Can't reference Joseph Welch's infamous speech. Hello, Diana, I'm the minister. What to whose level? Don't cast me away, Gilligan! This is gonna be question 5, so this is gonna be question 5. So
Let's see what we got here. Hello, Dalai Lama, the musical. How does $20,000 sound? Wipe off that finger, because here we go.
okay.
If the country that occupies Tibet also occupied the Tibetan Freedom
China.
Tibet is a region in Central Asia controlled by China.
Yeah, I believe it has to border Mongolia.
That can save the
Border
rainforest, feed the hungry
Mongolia.
children in Africa, free Tibet, and hold off a vicious Chinese onslaught. It's alternative rock, ladies and gentlemen.
Seek sick headbutt. Does your mommy still dress you? Dear diary, my mom's a cow.
All right, it's time for a headbutt.
Headbutt? I'll take a headbutt over old man's memories for the 4th time.
One headbutt category coming up. Seasick Heavenly Bodies.
Okay, if I get this early, I can really rake in the dough.
$50,000. Want to know how to headbutt? All right, you're going to
We
see
get
an
it,
equation
Cookie.
like
If you watch
this.
my first one,
All
it
you
probably
gotta do
happened
is
4
figure
or
out the
5
parts
times.
and add them
Maybe 3,
together. Let's see
maybe
here. Paid
3 on the
athlete is
low end.
pro.
You
Little
get my
Hanson
point.
is Zach. Add them up. Pro Zach. Pretty simple, huh?
This is
All
like the
right, now
gibberish
you're gonna have
question,
about
and even
30
includes the
seconds to
Easter
solve
egg.
this, but every second and a half, I'm taking away some cash. All righty then. What does this equation add up to? Seafarer plus naked.
Seafarer,
Would
would that be a jackass?
You know, if you waited, I would have given you a clue, and you wouldn't have lost all that money. Oh, well. A seafarer plus a naked butt adds up to, I don't know, a moon that swears a lot and doesn't shave. Or in this case, Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
Yep, Sailor Moon. You know,
Lost
she's got
50
really
grand.
big
I'm only
eyes.
10 grand ahead of my
Just wanted
prior
to throw
game,
that out
so
there.
yeah. Playing
All
Doctor
right,
of Howard
next
Stern's
one.
Private Parts. Trashy characters. That's a fat cloud. How to go with the movie that has Jenna Jameson in it.
Say hello
I'm not
to
ashamed.
Playing Doctor with Howard Stern's Private Parts. This one can get you
That
10
headbutt
grand.
really hurt me, but
Let's
I could
book
easily
it.
recover. That was half.
If Howard Stern changes his name to Howard Sternum, where
That'd
will
be
you most likely
the
find him?
breasts.
The sternum is the bone at the center of your chest, otherwise known as the breastbone. So I guess the
That headbutt
argument would
hurt me
be
badly,
over.
but
I mean, there'd be no doubt that Howard Stern is a total boob.
don't tell that Robin Quivers. I'm gonna rip you into
Okay, I
one.
need a
Forget Lois
category.
book. What about cartoons book? Minimum hate witch hike. More nuts. I'm gonna rip you a new one. So it looks like it's gonna be that's probably gonna be the 8th question of the game.
May I introduce? I'm gonna rip you a new one. This one will get you 10 grand. And we're off.
Okay.
Imagine a cartoon version of the story of Rip Van Winkle.
That'd
Because
be
of Rip's claim,
sleepy.
Rip Van Winkle is famous for falling asleep for 20 years. Of course, today, he would have just been called a slacker and told to get up and go to college or something.
Catching mom that wrestling. Smurfy Spice. Something's giving me gas.
All right, dude.
Called
you
it.
just
I
picked a
called it.
this
We're gonna get this or that question 8. I called it.
This or that's category name is Catching Mom and Dad Wrestling. All right, I'm going to give you 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a WWF professional wrestler or a brand of condom.
Oh, I'm gonna know
As each
this one
comes
very
up,
good.
it's a wrestler,
Add to there
press
over the
1.
modern day
If it's a condom, press 2.
I should probably
And
get
press
perfect
4 if
one,
you want
though,
to skip.
but
I'll add 5K
it could
to
be
your score
The
for a
Rock,
right answer,
could be
and
one,
you lose 5,000 for a
Triple H
wrong
could be
answer or
another.
one you don't get to.
yeah, so let's go with it. I'm pro.
Okay, let's see
I
that
prefer the
timer.
1, so if I don't hear it, I'm probably gonna go.
Here we go. Chic, wrestler.
Wrestler.
Crush.
What?
Goldust. Ramsey. Avanti. Trojan. One more. Sultan.
Sultan. Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
How
You
the
missed one.
hell
You hit on
is the
6.
Sheik not a
too
wrestler?
shabby. Let's check out your total.
The Sheik, Ed Farhat, or the
And
Iron
there you
Sheik?
go. Okay, let's
That's the
move on.
second trick question you've given me. You make me sick.
Alrighty,
Pucker
pick one.
up and start smooching. If you see one, squash it. You had no reason to be pissed about a question.
And I believe this one's called, If You See One, Squash It. And you pocket 20,000 clams if you get this one. All right, now get ready to fill in the blank. A full-grown Smurf stands 3 blank
3
high.
apples tall.
A full-grown Smurf measures 3 apples.
Yep. So send her a 1,000.
3 sweet apples. 3 sickeningly sweet apples. 3 apples that are so sweet you'll practically choke on them and die, okay?
Ho ho ho!
Okay,
Save me
pick a
for the boat.
category.
You got a point, but your hair covers it nicely. Get the alien one, so yeah.
This
That's kinda
bad
cruel,
boy
is
is
it?
Save Me from the Bell. 20,000 bucks.
It's either
says you don't
Saved
know
from the
this
Bell
one.
reference
Okay,
or a boxing
Screech, you know that unbelievably annoying character from TV's Saved by the Bell? Well, he's finally decided to go on to college. Screech tells his pal Slater that he wants to continue
It's
his
not
high
a school for crying out loud!
The Electoral College is not a school, but it's the name of a group of people that actually elects the president and the vice president of the United States.
Which is the people you can blame to when the popular vote doesn't win.
Slater, it looks like I'm out of luck. I guess I'll just hang around with you for the summer.
I've never watched Saved by the Bell. So I have a
I need a
shorthand. I
category.
feel so incomplete with you. Right. Who have you spending your nights with? Let's go
Okay,
cyber
we're gonna
short.
rejoin the game after this short commercial message.
This could be texting lingo. Could be.
In a rush. Try new Triple Lip. Eyeshadow, deodorant, lip gloss, all in one. On the run, get 3 in 1.
Swoosh, swipe, smear, the choice is totally clear.
That'd be so sickening to even buy. 3 in 1.
You want the
Just
Headrush?
stick
You
the
got
body
it.
wash,
Heads up,
please.
here's your clue. Cyber shorthand. And I hope your hand's not too short, because you gotta press that buzzer. Good
Okay.
luck.
Anyone? 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 Oh, anyone. Anyone. Are you busy? Are you... It's gotta be an R in there. Are you busy? So this is basically texting. Today. Yep. What is new? What is new? Not WD-40. Skateboarder. Oh. Got 8. Okay. Sucks. Sucks. This is gonna be triple. No. Age, sex, and location check. Yes, yeah. Back to anyone. What is new? What is new? What is new? I can't even. I'm gonna take 1 off stuff, so. We'll score that game.
But not too shabby. Let's see your final score. That's the
Just
game.
even $100,000 stuff, but.
Hey, congratulations, my friend. You made it through an entire game.
It's $100,000. It's kind of right. 190 to 145, 445 to 900.
Yeah, they can. Oh well.
Okay,
Thanks for
so
playing. Bye.
20 grand up for my current mark, so. Because I lost 5 grand for my fire truck.
Just can't get enough, huh? I
Yep.
understand.
I've got the fever, and the fever is more Headrush! People who sing really loud,
I need a
like a
category.
breath of fresh water, donating your body to science. So, yeah. 100 grand, that was actually Amberx's worst game, which it did hurt.
This one's
so.
called People Who Sing Really Loud in Church. Get it right. I'm handing over $20K. Here's the pitch.
Okay.
What's the most appropriate name for a band made up of 4 hunky boys
the,
named Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John?
The gospel.
The Gospels, according to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, are the 4 main texts of the Christian New Testament.
Also, Q, which is
Hey,
an
just
alleged book as well,
wafers
though.
look like
So.
Stridex pads.
Getting a charge out, sleep out. It's more fun when someone listens to a black hole 1.
Pucker up for getting a charge out of Sweet Valley.
I knew
And
the
it's
black
worth
hole was going to be 10 grand,
$20,000 if you get this
maybe
one
30.
Right. All right, now you know those twins on Sweet Valley High, Jessica and Elizabeth, the ones that are supposed to be like exact opposites of each other? Well, if Jessica and Liz behave the same way as objects that have opposite electrical charges, what would you expect them to do?
Opposite charges
Make each other
attract.
explode, screaming. In physics, things with opposite charges, like protons and electrons, are attracted to each other. So those opposite twins would be smooching.
They have the same, it'd be 2.
Damn, I never
Same
saw
charges
that
repel,
episode.
opposite charges attract.
Not that I ever watched
So
Sweet
put it
Valley
out.
High, because I would never. Okay, let's move on. What? No, you didn't. You didn't.
Diamonds!
No! Run away from the keyboard! No!
Green, you have reached the unreachable.
Hello, everybody!
Welcome
Good
to the
seeing you again. We're
Gold
going to
Threshold.
turn it to go
I'm
for
so proud of
yourself.
you. And now, Green, in your honor, I will shoot lasers from my eyeballs. Would you like to see my gold tooth? Hey, gotta go. Back
gold
to you,
tooth.
Bob.
Gold level, nice going. Congratulations. Now here's an idea. Why don't you read a book? You spent way too much time with this game already.
Haven't you got it, Bob? I'm halfway through a Logan test. Stick it up, Jurassic Park.
Hey, pick a
Northern
category.
Lights camera action. It's not easy being green. Yeah. Looks like it's gonna be the special gonna be in question 5.
Alright, give it up for Northern Lights, camera, action.
Obviously, this one
10,000
had to be the
beanies if
cheapest
you get
one.
this one. Coming at you. If the Taylor family from Home Improvement moves to a town in Alaska, what will be the...
Nome!
Nome is a town on the west coast of Alaska.
I believe it's the northernmost city, actually.
Which should work out pretty well, because I hear Jonathan Taylor Thomas actually is a gnome.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Canada,
I need a
X-Filing Captain. Superman's got a friend in the hobby. Yep, the special card is going to be in question 5. It's going to be question 5
This
and 8.
baby is Canada.
Or 5 and 7.
$20,000 sound. So, you know that big landmass up north where it's cold? I mean, even colder than it is in the upper parts of the U.S., like Wisconsin. Don't even get me started. And up there, they eat things like Canadian bacon, and they make a lot of maple syrup, eh? And all the draft dodgers went up there, you know, during the Vietnam War. And for some reason, all these second-rate actors come from up there, like, you know, for example, Alan Thicke and Jason Priestley and Mike Myers and John Candy and Jim Carrey. Not to mention Paul Schaefer and Roseanne Barr and Michael J. Fox and even Alex Trebek, even though he just became a U.S. citizen and everything. And they say a boat when they mean about. And that group, the Bare Naked Ladies, sing that song, If I Had $1 Million. You know, they come from up there too, right? So anyway, what's the capital of Canada?
Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Yep, the capital of Canada is Ottawa.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
now
I
that
actually could have
Canadian history
burned him,
lesson, I see
actually. But
absolutely no
even though
reason
I'm not
to
going
ever
to
go
burn
there.
its limit test, it's kind of fun doing it. You know what makes me
Alrighty,
follow
big
your
one.
nose. If you can find it, kielbasa is Picasso too.
Headbutt, woo!
Headbutt.
Woo! Headbutt, woo!
Can I get my revenge from that horrific headbutt in game 5?
Let's see if you can make sense of this headbutt category.
I busted way
Kielbasa
too
gives
early
me
in
gas
that
too.
one. So
This
I
question's
think
going
if
to
I
start
know it,
out
I'll
at
probably buzzing early
50,000
again.
big ones.
It's worth a
Headbutt
gamble
directions
because
time.
it's
Now, you're gonna see
basically
an
a
equation
money
like
rather
this.
than it's basically
All
how
you
much
gotta
money
do
you
is
get
figure out the
rather than
parts and add them
how many
together.
percent
Let's
could
see
get
here.
marked
Paid
with
athlete is
X.
pro. Littlest Hanson
X
is
probably
Zach.
100K,
Add them up.
so.
Pro Zach. Pretty simple, huh? All right, now as soon as you know the answer, buzz in, because I'm taking away some of the cash
Okay,
every
let's see.
second and a half. Finger on buzzer. Now check this out and tell me, what does this equation add up to? Ball of burning gases plus Milwaukee sports team.
Balloon something. Balloon.
Okay, the first part of this answer describes our sun. We have a sun? You never told me.
The sun.
The second part is a Milwaukee basketball team, which is really popular with doe.
Bucks,
Doe,
okay.
that's a deer, a female deer. Hey, how about a mocha frappuccino?
Mocha Frappuccino. Starbucks.
Type in your answer.
It took me that long.
Hey, there's an idea. Maybe the Milwaukee
That
Bucks
was
wouldn't
so.
suck
That
so
was
much if they were
very
wired on
delayed.
caffeine.
It really
Come on, I'm open. Pass it over here. Come on, I'm open.
minor revenge, but hey. Mortal Kombat is very loose with Seed Drift. How to be real gross. Yeah. Or it's 666 number to beat.
Now serving C3PU, and you're playing for a $30,000 wad. Hey, did I tell you I'm working on the next Star Wars movie? Yeah, well, I'm not, but I just thought I'd tell you that. If the next Star Wars movie features a villain named Darth Vader, what will audiences most likely hear him say to
Vader.
Luke throughout the movie?
Luke, I am your mother. Luke, I am a cow. Luke, I am a Hindu.
Or,
Luke, I am a rapper.
Vader. I would guess mother, but it'd only be a guess.
the correct answer is... Veda are sacred Hindu writings, and Hinduism is the main religion of India. You know, I am auditioning for the voice of one of the robots in the next Star Wars movie. Listen. His name is Fart2D2.
News, down corner, directions out after book. Fabled Kings and Skanking Rude Boys. There's gonna be a question here actually that this guy's gonna be. You're never gonna get a game about it.
And this is Fabled Kings and Skanking Rude Boys. This one can get you
The obvious
10
one I
grand.
go for is
Heads up,
obviously
here it
$10,000.
comes. Considering King Midas's mythical ability, which of these ska bands would...
Goldfinger.
Since King Midas got his wish to turn everything he touched into gold, it's only natural that he'd be into the band Goldfinger.
Yep. Welcome to the House of Fun.
Could the guy skanking in the mosh pit who's turning everyone into gold please leave the concert now?
That'd be the Rich Boys thing. Some are hard and some are oval. Smells like the Dogfighter. All natural roller coasters.
Well, now, what do we have here? Hey, you just picked a diss or dad.
Called it. It was gonna be 3-5 or 5-8 for some reason.
In this diss or dat questions category is some are hard and some are oval. Batter up! Okay, I'm gonna list off 7 teams, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's the name of a pro baseball team, a pro football team, or both.
Right up my mofo alley.
If it's the name of a National Football League team, press 2. Press 3 if it's both. And to skip, press 4.
Okay, they good. Giants has won in both. Really, Giants won in both, actually.
That you don't get to.
Yeah, Giants has won in both.
Alrighty, bring out the monkey. Let's do it. Cardinals,
That'd be
baseball
both,
team,
actually.
Giants,
Both.
Jaguars,
NFL.
Mariners,
MLB.
Oilers,
NFL.
Rangers,
MLB.
last one.
MLB.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah, but
7 out of 7. Let's put it into your total.
it's minor revenge for what happened with the horrific headbutt earlier in the game, so... I'm not a robot, but I think one was, tastes like dirt. It'll make you go blind.
Here she is. Tastes like dirt.
Again, I swear I get the $10,000 luck every time.
3. Say McDonald's has decided to rename the Big Mac after the biggest state in the
The
United
Alaska
States.
Mac.
The largest state in the U.S. is Alaska, so you'll be chowing down on the Alaska Mac.
Must be so cold, why would you need it?
And for dessert, try the chocolate McMousse.
Salt and pepper finger the flavor. Those are meatballs, albinos, falanicos. Honestly, I just accepted going down having the Stones Boulder one, rather than the moving truck hit.
$30,000 for this one. Think fast.
My mother and your mother were hanging up clothes. My mother punched
That'd be
your
a
mother right in-
rhinoplasty.
Rhinoplasty is the technical name for a nose job. Yeah, so maybe next time your mom will think twice before sticking her honker in my mom's laundry.
Yeah. We're on a first name
Okay, I
basis,
need a
talking with
category.
detectives. Wanna know where I got this joke straight? We're on a first name basis, people. Keep going!
Oh, looks like you've had Rush before. Well, check out this clue, because it may come in handy. We are on a first-name basis.
Well, first names to
I
someone.
really like to think we are. Why don't you call me Mr. Bob? Good luck.
Okay. Steve Urkel. It's basically first names of characters that go by their last name. So Steve Urkel. Mold. Mulder. Fox Mulder. Cosmo Kramer. Mr. Fiend. Not Steve Fiend. It's the George Fiend. I've never heard of George Fiend, so. Andy Seifowitz. Yes, I've heard of the character before. That'd be Waylon Smithers from The Simpsons. Screech. Cousin Screech? Samuel Screech, no. Not, it's gotta be Samuel. Oh, don't get another chance at it, so. I'll take 506. I would take 506.
I don't know. Let's check out your final score.
9-10.
That's the game. Green, green, green. What can I say? Good job.
Managed
And,
to.
get a social.
I actually got
life,
5,000
throw a
more
party
than the
or
60 in the
something,
last one,
write
so
some
I'm up
letters.
to
Hey, thanks for
910.
headrushing
So
with me. I gotta go.
yeah. It had to be Samuel's streak for some reason. It had to be Samuel in the last one. But anyways,
All right, gotcha. Hey, come on, leave the goat alone. We have a
at this
show
point,
to
just shoot it for
dinner.
the milk for crying out loud. I'm my biggest fan. Girls who know how to pick up boys. I'm gonna get you, motherfuckers.
This category is known as girls who know how to pick up boys. 20,000 bucks for a correct answer. Hey, you ever seen those World's Strongest Man competitions on ESPN2? Woo! Pull that truck! Woo-hoo-hoo!
I've heard of it.
If the strongest girl in the world enters the World's Strongest Man competition, what
Pippi
will
Longstockings, isn't it?
Well, if you believe everything you read, the world's strongest girl is Pippi Longstocking.
Yep. That'd be painful.
Which is a good thing, because with a
How's
name like
that?
Pippi, you know, you better be able to beat the crap out of all the kids who are going to make fun of you.
She lose to Magnus Ben Magnuson. How would have it on glass?
pick
You
one.
think you're so hot. Big deal, Emil. How much are you
This
trash
one
talking
is,
about
you
Milan?
think you're so hot. Get it right. I'm handing over 20K. Eyes up front. We're moving. Why was Alexander the Great so great? His dad's last name was Great. He was the oldest king ever. He was undefeated in battle, or he weighed almost 1 ton.
I think he was Alexander the Great. I think he was undefeated in battle.
Alexander the Great was undefeated. He won his first battle when he was just 16.
Yep.
Hey, and let's face it, the biggest thing you've accomplished so far is getting this question right.
40 my money for it. Just playing goofy. What's the story? I don't care what the concert. Cover it up!
Hey, nice choice. You just picked a dis or dat.
This early, huh? So it's gonna be 3 and 5 are the special ones.
The category for this
Or
dis
could
or
be 3 and
dat
7.
is... I don't care if it's a cartoon. Cover it up. Okay, I'm going to read off the names of 7 cartoon characters, and for each one, I want you to tell me if
Hanna-Barbera?
the cartoon character is naked or wearing clothes. As each one comes up, if he's naked, press 1. If he wears clothes, press 2. And press 4 to skip. For each right answer, you get
Viewer discretion is
5,000
totally
claims,
advised for
and
this segment.
5,000 will be taken away if you get it wrong or don't get to it. Okay, timer please. And we're off. Bugs Bunny,
That'd be
naked or
unclothed.
Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
Clothed.
Wacko,
Clothed.
Papa Smurf,
Clothed.
Beavis,
Clothed.
Scooby.
Unclothed.
This is it, Rocco.
Clothed.
That's all she wrote. 6 out of 7.
Only lift. Only one lift though, so I'm actually doing I'm doing a hell of a lot better at these guys than first.
Okay, let's get going.
Well, except that one where I got 25 lost. Hi ho, Silverchair! X-Men and Frat Boys. The Melrose Zoo. That'd be so
The
painful as a
category,
brace
the
character.
Melrose Zoo. $10,000 for
What
this
the
one.
deal's gonna be
Wow,
10
that
grand to
Amanda
1.5.
from Melrose Place is one cold chick. If they replace cold-blooded Amanda with a cold-blooded animal, which of the
Be
following
a crocodile, isn't it?
Crocodiles are cold-blooded animals, which means their body temperature changes with the outside temperature.
Yep.
Oh, Amanda, babe, I love you so much.
That would be for hot-blooded. How'd you like an ambush today, but Uncle Sam wants his to be a bunch of baloney. So it's gonna be 3 and 7.
Open wide and get ready for Uncle Sam wants his MTV. I'm giving out 30 grand for a right answer.
30,000
All
some
right,
money.
now suppose in an attempt to further brainwash the minds of America's youth, the U.S. military changes MTV from music television to military television. Since they'd use military time for all their shows, which of the following would be the new title for MTV's
Went to 100
mascot?
spot.
The U.S. military follows the 24-hour day clock, so any show that has 10 p.m. in the title would be on at 2200 hours.
Which also sounds called 2,200 hours.
Yeah,
so.
you should see the military's newest show on
800
MTV.
be
It's
6,
called Sergeant
2000
Beavis
be
and
8.
Private Butt Helmet.
As it turns out, some freak of science power behind the beanbag. It all gets mixed up going down.
The category is, it all gets mixed up going down. 20,000 bucks says you don't know this one. All right, now take a look at the following list and tell me what's missing. Burrito, mouth, esophagus, stomach, blank, blank, anus, diarrhea. Is it spleen, liver, lymph nodes, pelvis?
Small and large.
Food enters the digestive tract via the mouth, heads down the esophagus into the stomach, then down through the small and large intestines, and finally heads out the anus. Funny thing is, I hear if you eat diarrhea, it comes out the other end as a burrito.
No. Monkey see,
Okay,
monkey
I need
do
a
that.
category.
Yeah, I was dead. Fight the power bar! It's possible it's actually this could be just this or down, that's it. Which I can totally understand.
And here we have, I was there. And you
20
pocket
fat ones.
20,000 clams if you get this one. All right, now you know how there's always that one kid who lies all the time and says he went places he never could have gone to? Well, say you have a friend who always lies about the famous events he's witnessed. What event could you easily prove he
That'd be
did
the World
not
Series
attend?
that year.
There was no World Series in 1994. The baseball players were on strike.
Yeah, all the others happened. One year is when they have changed it
that
to
World
2
Series.
years on
Okay, I thought you were
in the
talking about
middle of each one, and the
1993
World Cup's on a
Series.
4-year
Hey, did I ever tell you
schedule.
about the time I went to the
Obviously,
White
Super
House?
Bowl's been 166. Puto to the table.
Okay,
Brain
pick a
damage.
category.
I'm the dancer and he's the dancer.
Hey, it's time for a question with me. Hit it, boys. Here we
So,
go.
I'm apparently I'm an idiot somehow. So it's 3 and 8.
Old man's money memories.
This is the 4th time the Foggy Man's.
Coming at you.
I'm the dancer and he's the
I totally
dancer.
get
How
this,
does
but I always get tripped with
$20,000
Foggy
sound?
Facts
Now,
Still
you
Band.
don't tell me I don't know about the kids' music these days, boy. I tell you, I got all the famous record albums and I like to play them. In fact, I'm going to see if you can figure out who my most favoritist is. You just type in their name there, kiddo, and you know it, okay? Alright. Okay, there were 2 of them in the group, you know.
It's a Hall
Run
Notes.
with it. Okay, well, it just doesn't get any wronger than this.
Hey, what's the matter? You live you live under a rock or something? Those 2 nice boys who lost their Grammys when they confessed they didn't even sing in their
Milli
first
Vanilli.
album were known as Milli Vanilli.
So those guys are your favorites, old man?
Oh yeah, I love the Milli Vanilli. I like them with nuts and whipped cream and those little cookie
That was a very
wafers,
tricky one.
Maraschino
I went Hall and Notes for some
did you?
reason because I was thinking,
what time
yeah.
is it?
Tinkle, tinkle,
need a
little star.
category.
Betty by Time on Elm Street. The fire starter meets the burning bush. There's only 2 questions left.
This bad boy is the fire starter meets the burning bush.
Oh, yeah, well, fire
And we
starter.
got 30,000
That's just a reference
bucks in the
to a
pot.
Prodigy
Okay,
song
let's say
back in
that
the night.
psycho guy from Prodigy gets a big head and leaves the band to start a solo career. And then his solo career sucks, so he wants to rejoin the band. If the ex-member of Prodigy is treated like the prodigal son in the New Testament, what will the rest of the band do
Prodigal
when he
son.
tries to return? Ignore him, pierce a scarlet pea into him, slam dance on him, or throw a rave for him?
Prodigal Son. I've got no idea. I'm not gonna have a guess at all. I'd guess 4, but be a flat out guess.
See, now I could have given you some cash if you would have picked this. Prodigy will throw a rave, just like the Bible story where a father throws a party for his prodigal son when he returns home. Yep, and it's a little
What if
known fact that
Flukinen?
Jesus used to throw
There's church
40
between
night raves in
Flukinen
the
and
desert
Ginger.
all the
Flukinen
time.
means it's a flat out guess, I know. Look alright, be would be a logical one. Yeah. Fantastic, man. That's what I call travel. Remember the rental car? Hey, do you remember rental car from our trip a couple years down? Right.
Say hello to Remember the Rental Car. 10,000 beanies if you get this one. And we're off. If Alamo Rent-A-Car used someone who actually fought at the Alamo as their spokesperson, what might you see in their commercials?
Davy
Hey,
Crockett.
Davy Crockett fought and died at the Alamo. Which is why you should always wear your seatbelt. Oh, wait a minute.
Eh. This won't hurt a bit.
Okay,
Does
I
your
need a
dog bite?
category.
You want me to put this where?
We're going to take
This
a quick
won't hurt a
pause
bit.
for this commercial break.
Could be about surgical procedures, though, so...
New Humpy Cola. I'm not thirsty, but you are.
Humpy's just a bootleg.
You want
It's a
the
bootleg
head
energy
rush?
drink for
You
crying out loud.
got
You know
it.
energy drinks were
Heads
popular
up,
back in the
here's your
mid-90s.
clue.
Doesn't matter.
This won't hurt a bit. That
I'm
is
thinking
unless
this
you
could be
suck
about
and
surgical
hurt like
procedures.
hell. Good luck.
Chiropractor, that'd be adjusting spine. So basically, orthodontist, that'd be fixes teeth. So it's basically about professions in the field of fixing stuff. Yeah. So orthodontist, optometrist examines eyes. Dermatologist, that'd be skin. Audiologist, that'd be test hearing. Yeah. I think the one dermatologist is about popping zits. Anesthesiologist, that'd be sleep. Yep, using surgery. Hematologist, that'd be blood. Backstory. It has to be popping zits for some reason. Yeah. So I was thinking something like study skin rashes, for that matter.
Good effort, good effort. Nice hustle. Let's check out your final score.
1,080,000, so
That's the game.
170. I'll take it.
Hey, Green, you were like the best player we had this whole game. Really, I mean that. Thank you for playing Headrush, and hey, I'll see you next
$30,000
time.
ahead of my prior attempt. Let's keep going. Number 8.
Showtime.
Okay. Horror simulation.
Okay,
Martha
pick a
Stewart
category.
pumps out. It's like a bad song on the radio. That's my knack when a Marty era song plays on a classic rock station.
May I introduce? It's like a bad song on the radio. Oh, $20,000 for a correct answer. Wipe off that finger, cause here we go.
And this
If instead of singing "Isn't It Ironic," Alanis Morissette sings
for
"Isn't It
trouble with
Ionic?"
bonding chemicals.
Ionic bonding happens when one
Unless
atom
who?
transfers electrons to another atom. You know, I used to date Alanis. Yeah, she gave me this teddy bear with crossed eyes. It freaks me out.
Thank you very much, Bob. It's such a beautiful
Pick a
thing that
category.
put in and out. A giant leap for frozen adventures.
Let's see what we got here. Ain't such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And it's worth $20,000 if you get this one right. Hey, you remember Mr. McFeely, the speedy delivery guy in Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Speedy delivery! Well, if Mr. McFeely delivers chain mail to everyone in Mr.
That'd be King
Rogers'
Friday
Neighborhood,
sending
what will
20
you
good
see
luck
on-
letters.
No, you're probably thinking of a chain letter. Now, if you go tell 10 of your friends what a loser you are, it'll bring you good luck.
Yeah, that's all 10 friends lose them. I'm gonna be punched in the face by those
Bet
two.
you wish you would have picked this. Chainmail is a kind of armor that knights used to wear. It looks like
Lost
a
my
bunch
money
of
I've
small
gained so
chain
far.
links.
Ah, 'tis quite a beautiful day in thy neighborhood.
Okay. I gotta take a
Category,
guess.
please.
Well, I'm moving it up into a tree. A good bug in paradise. Speaking of which,
And I believe this one's called A Good Burger in Paradise. This one will get you 10 grand. Okay, imagine a sequel to that movie Good Burger where Ed and Dexter are racing against Mondo Burger to open a hamburger stand in Europe. If their goal is to set up a good burger in the city after which
that'd be
hamburgers were
Hamburg,
named,
Germany.
the granddaddy of all sandwiches was created in Hamburg, Germany.
Yep. He's also the host of,
I
I
hope they
believe
open
a,
that German Gutenberger
soccer
soon.
team in
I
the
mean, a man can
Bundesliga.
only take so much Bratwurst und Schnitzengruben.
Gesundheit.
Danke.
I always laugh when that
Alrighty,
comes up.
pick
My
one.
old creek and bone ducks and Harley. Watching cartoons is a full-time job. So it's good like the first one's gonna be in 5.
For your enjoyment, watching cartoons is a full-time job. You give me a right
That's what
answer,
reactors
and I'll
always
give
use
you
as the
$30,000. Let's boogie. Who would most likely use a Geiger counter at work? Hank Hill at the propane
That'd be
store.
Homer Simpson, baby.
A Geiger counter measures radioactivity, so Homer would probably use it at the nuclear power plant.
I can't imagine the
That's
chef
assuming
use
he
a
doesn't
Geiger
sit
counter
there in
as
his
Love
fat
Shack in
ass
the
and
school
try to eat it
cafeteria.
first.
It's a completely effed up thing, I get it.
Geigery.
See who wears the best
Okay,
shoes,
pick a
Bruce Willis.
category.
That's not Dentalfloss! Close! Klingers!
Whoa! Someone just got themselves a dis or dat.
So let's say special can be either question 7. It's gonna be 5 and 7. but it's possible to get just
Category
this or
for
that
this
and
or that
nothing
question
else.
is gross clingers. Alrighty, I'm gonna read off 7 word fragments, and for each one, I want you to tell me whether it's a prefix or a suffix.
Ooh.
If you
Grammar
find the
comes to
word
play.
fragment at the beginning of a root word, press 1.
Okay.
If you find it at the
Anti,
end of a root
pro,
word, press 2.
semi, hemi.
And press 4 if you want to
This
skip.
could be my alley
I give you
again.
$5,000 for each right answer, and you lose $5,000 for a wrong answer or one you don't get to.
Okay.
Can we see the monkey timer, please?
Okay. Could get most of the money
Let's
back.
boogie. Mania.
Be a
Prefix.
suffix.
Mega.
Prefix.
Anti.
Prefix.
Gastro.
Prefix.
Trans.
Prefix.
Folk.
Suffix.
Last one. Psych.
Prefix.
That's all she wrote. Man, dish, dat,
Perfect.
whatever. You had it down. Let's check
A
out your
perfect
score.
this or that. So
There
1,155,000.
you go. Hey, lunch is on you. All right, what's next?
Okay. Mountain climb makes me
I need a
hot.
category.
Puerto Rico swell. You hit the 9-inch nail on the head. Puerto Rico swell. Of course, got another piece reference. You get
Looks like this category is Puerto Rico Suave. And you pocket
Rico
20,000
Suave.
clams if you get this one. So, you know, the other day I was watching one of those MTV Road Rules marathons. You know, those ones that you don't really want to watch, but before you know it, the entire day has passed you by. And, well, anyway, I was kind of getting into it. You know, when Oscar went to his home in Puerto Rico, did you know that that's a commonwealth of the U.S.? It's not a state, but like all the people there are U.S. citizens. You know, like all those famous baseball players like Bernie Williams, Juan Gonzalez, Carlos Baerga. Problem is, they're not allowed to vote in our national elections. Not that half the people in this country who can vote do. Yeah, I guess MTV's Rock the Vote isn't rocking hard enough. Anyway, what was the point I was trying to make? Oh, yeah. Which of these things did I just say? Ivan Rodriguez is from Puerto Rico. I watched the real
Puerto Rico's
world.
U.S. citizen.
At least somebody's paying attention.
Yep.
Oh, look, I just got my next assignment. It says, shut up and let them get on with the game. Whatever.
Stinky
Okay,
pyramid
I
schemes.
need a
The weirder the
category.
flavor, the better. Trivia on the half shell. So there's gonna be 5 and 8. The 5 and 8. Is that for 5 and 8 or
Here
nothing?
she is. Stinky pyramid schemes. Get
Yes,
it
I've
right.
heard the pyramid
I'm
scheme
handing
before.
over 20K. Okay, now you know how those ancient kings of Egypt used to be buried at the bottom of those pyramids? Well, say there's an actual Burger King who wants to be buried at the base of the dietary pyramid. Which of the following food groups will be surrounding him? Moldy buns, stale burgers, rotten fruit, or spoiled shakes?
That'd be carbs.
Cereals and grains are at the base of the dietary pyramid, so the king will be surrounded by lots of moldy buns.
But I can't necessarily say it's
That's
too.
right, kiddies. Eat plenty of bran and fiber. It helps keep you nice and regular.
Thanks a lot, old man. 4 out of 5
Category,
dentists swallowed a
please.
gun. Talk like an Egyptian. The sensitive side of Schwarzenegger movies. So it's actually going to be just this or that and that's it. Because there's no way you could be a
This
late
baby
game
is
and
the sensitive side of
there's no way you
Schwarzenegger
can
movies.
get a
Looks like
special
this one's
question
going
or
for
a question out of 10.
$10,000. Okay, now you know how in that movie The Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger says, "I'll be back." You know what that like funny accent that he uses? You know, "I'm Arnold. I'm Arnold." Well,
Yes.
imagine that a new Schwarzenegger movie comes out where
The
Arnold
composer, not the.
Johann Sebastian Bach was a famous German composer from the 1700s.
Yep.
And now, Symphony for a Machine Gun.
The machine gun probably called the Blue Danube Waltz. I'm not ashamed of saying it. Ice Cube.
Alright,
Man,
pick
we're
one.
frozen tree. Having cartoons for dinner. Phone it in.
Alright, give it up for Phone It In. 20,000
Phone It
bucks
In's just
says
slang
you
for
don't
it,
know
not
this
trying to
one.
get noticed.
Okay, for this next question, I want you to imagine the, Oh, okay, hold on, that's my pager. Let me just check this out here. What? I don't know this number. I can't believe this. This better be important. Oh, here we go, it's ringing.
Greetings, young friend. We shall not converse today.
That'd be Shakespeare.
Playwright William Shakespeare worked at the Globe Theatre, and his play Macbeth is about a Scottish king. But
Tennessee
what's
Williams
really
is
impressive
American.
about Shakespeare is that
Chekhov's
he got a hold of
Russian.
me with an
Aristophanes
unlisted
is
number.
Toothache? I never
Okay,
touched
pick
it.
a
Please
category.
make alternative go away. They both produce manure. That's the cure. That's a beer case of acne. So it's just a dish with that for game, mate. I'll take it.
Now serving. Please make alternative go away. 10,000 bucks riding on this one. Okay, peel your eyelids back. You're going to want to see this. Which of these words can you make from the letters in alternative? Oh, and no fair peeking.
Evil.
Not nice.
Evil.
E-V-I-L. They're in there. But then again, you can also find evil in the name Elvis. So, there you go. All right, let's move on.
Also, lives. Hey, nobody in the theater! Uncle Goose has got a problem. Your front is very animated. Which is just slang for your friends being angry.
Looks like you've Headrush before.
Yep,
Well, check
number
out
8.
this clue because it may come in handy. Your friend is very animated. And that's assuming you have any friends. Well, good luck.
Beavis and Butthead. It's basically cartoon duos, actually. Pinky and the Brain. Ren and Stimpy. Okay. Cow and Chicken. Itchy and Scratchy. From the Simpsons. Tom and Jerry. Last one. Rocky and Bullwinkle. I can feel this is an improvement again.
Not bad, not bad. Why am I yelling? I don't know. Let's check out your final score.
A $190,000 game 8. I will take it. Matches my
Green.
PP from game 1.
It doesn't matter whether you win or
Nearly
lose,
270
as
so
long as you
far.
get to play
I'm
yourself.
almost
Now, get away from the
$45,000 ahead of my
will ya?
project.
Bye-bye.
Now, game 9 was the only other game I managed to get less than $100,000. So I can really improve the map.
Just can't get enough, huh?
I got fever, and his prescription is more Headrush.
Make me a show. Let's go.
There's a new mom in town. Hot times and the old guy and snakes. Skinny freaks on one. I gotta go with the Eagles reference of there's a new kid in town.
The category? There's a new mom in town. 20,000 bucks for a correct answer. Hey, you remember watching that show, The Hogan Family? I know you did, because I used to stand on the sidewalk and watch you through the living room window. Anyway, if the Hogan family lived in a Hogan, what would audiences most likely see on the show? Sandy making bread out of all the wheat, Willie patching the walls with mud, Mark taking the elevator to his room, or David hosing down the mainsail?
I think a Hogan was a house, actually.
A Hogan is a Navajo Indian building built from wood and mud.
Logic wins the
nice thing
title.
about a mud house is that when your first TV mom dies, you can always just bury her right in the walls.
Yeah, no do that. Beats is yummy. Buffy's got a poo-poo. Kick me! Yeah, game on the last time I did this was just $90,000.
Get you 10 grand. Hey, you ever get your butt kicked? Well, it sucks. But how about this? If you get kicked in Butte, what state are you in? Indiana, Rhode Island,
Butte.
Montana, or Oklahoma?
Butte. I would guess Oklahoma. Only be a guess.
Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. Butte's in Montana. That's where I'm from. Which proves my point. It doesn't matter where I move to. I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Hank Hill's nearby. Cartoons, you're not just your fucking one. Just stick to the mom there with the headphones going. Give him the government bad rap. So it looks like the special's gonna be in 5s again like the last game.
And this is, just stick the thermometer where the headphones go. How does $20,000 sound?
Painful,
Here's
but
the pitch. Considering the body's normal temperature, which of these radio stations could use the slogan,
98.6
music as hot as your...
WHT, the heat.
The normal human body temperature is 98.6, so WHET would be just as hot as you.
Yep.
My favorite station's 107.6.
The Fever.
Okay. Horlo's
Okay,
a girl.
I need
How
a
Santa
category.
keeps his North Pole open. It came back from outer space. Or Perry Farrell's.
Your attention, please. Attention. You just picked a
Ooh,
dis
this or
or
that?
dat.
Question 4, actually. So it's 3, 4, or 5. I can't manage to
The
be a this or
category
that in
for this
question
dis or dat
6.
is... It came from outer space. Or Perry Farrell's mind. Okie dokie. I'm going to list off 7 words. And for each word, I want you to tell me if it's the name of a music festival or a science fiction movie. As each word
think
comes
of
up,
Woodstock,
if it's a music festival,
Oktoberfest,
press 1. If it's a sci-fi
Eurovision.
movie, press 2. And if you want
It's
to
really
skip
gonna depend
one,
if I know
press
a lot
4.
of music
5,000
festivals.
bucks for
I'm
each right
pro
answer,
music
and you
festival,
lose
and I'm
5,000
not a
for
big
each one you
sci-fi
get wrong
fan.
or that you don't get to.
I'm kind of mixed on both, though, so...
Okay, let's see that timer.
Okay.
Here we go. Chud, music
Sci-fi.
festival. Horde.
Sci-fi.
Roar.
Sci-fi.
Warped.
Sci-fi.
Mimic.
Sci-fi.
Further.
Sci-fi.
This is it. Doom.
Sci-fi.
That's all of them.
Cross
Right,
4. Surprised that they didn't have any of the other ones, though, so, but... Hey, a $5,000 loss is not the end of the world, per se.
Okay, let's move on.
Space Jump.
Alrighty, pick one.
Cartoon animals that pee off fires. These aren't the people who've been in French kissing, right? Are these the people who've been in French kissing, or is this a waste of my time?
This one is, these are the people who invented French kissing?
The one that
10,000
sounds the
beanies
most
if you
like
get
for
this
me
one.
is the one
Coming
that I
at
get
ya.
shot in the foot.
Given how noblemen were executed during the French Revolution, which trendy gift would be least appropriate on the day of their execution?
Tango caps.
During the French Revolution, most noblemen were taken to the guillotine to have their heads chopped off, so getting a Kangol cap would be kind of ironic, don't you think?
Yeah.
You should wear your cap backwards.
Yeah, the last time I used it was in
I say
77, and
backwards.
by 81, Mitterrand
Well, that's
abolished death penalty in France. Who rocks babies in Trio? Would he still have orange hair? Can I smack ya? Smack ya? Smack ya? So, this type question for me is I'm almost guaranteed to get
Open
special
wide
whenever
and get
question
ready
7 or
for
8.
Who rocks babies in treetops anyway? And
Unless
it's
I get,
20,000
one
bucks
which
if
is
you get
bad,
this one
that's it.
right. Okay, you know that lullaby, Rockabye Baby? Oh, come on. I know your mother still sings it to you when you go to sleep.
Nah.
Say the cradle in Rockabye Baby is the cradle of civilization. When the bow breaks, what else will be coming down with baby? China and all, England and all,
Rockabye
Mesopotamia and all, or
Baby.
Mexico and all?
Rockabye. Mesopotamia.
The civilizations of Mesopotamia and ancient Iraq developed things like cities, writing, and agriculture, so it's called the cradle of civilization.
That's right, sweetheart. Little brats like you are responsible for the decline of civilization. Sleep tight, honey.
Somebody will be very offended about this question. Swap it. 7 minutes in the broom closet. Clutter at outhouse.
Hey, I smell a question from our lovable pal, Milan the janitor.
It took us this long to get Milan question, which
This category
you prefer the headbutt over iPhone, unless there's asking only
Hey,
one.
Milan, how you doing? Good to see you.
It's a pleasure for you to see me.
Yeah, what? Hey, how are those English classes coming?
You know, the English language continues to fascinate me.
Really? Well, what's up?
The toilet seat in the woman's restroom, which tells me you've been too lazy to walk downstairs.
No, what I meant, Milan, was what's up with your evening classes?
This week I learned about irregular verbs. But speaking of toilet seats, which of these is an irregular verb? Fart, pee, puke, or spit?
Fart, pee, puke, spit. I guess pee, only be a guess.
You think this is hard for you? Try learning another language when you're over 30. The past tense of regular verbs ends in ed, like farted, peed, and puked. Irregular verbs don't. For example, spit becomes spat.
Ah.
You know, how did I know you were going to have a disgusting question for us today?
Because I was just cleaning the toilets.
That was a trippy one.
And,
I would say that was a trippy
ladies'
one.
room
So
anymore.
Okay, and I'll try not to disinfect your microphone in the toilet bowl either.
Oh, great. Thanks, Milan.
thanks a
let's get
lot,
back to the game.
Milan. We
Can I
get
a
it.
new
We get it.
microphone, please?
Okay. John needs to
Okay,
John.
I need a
Ye old
category.
swimming costume competition. Gross! So 3 questions left. of this game.
Pucker up for ye old swimming costume competition.
I
Looks like
seem
this
like
one's
I
going
get
for
$10,000
$10,000
blues every time.
Hey, imagine the very first Miss America pageant took place in the very first year of America's existence. Which of these women would not have been a contestant in the 1776 Miss America pageant? Miss Florida, Miss Virginia, Miss Georgia, or Miss Massachusetts?
Florida.
Florida was not one of the original 13 states, so Miss Florida would have to wait for her moment in the sun,
Which
so
would
to speak.
be in late 1810s or early 1820s.
That she was disqualified for trying to win by showing the judges her grapefruits. Ow! What?
What kind of name is Jemima? I am the grossest. That's kind of purty.
The category is...
No one would say that.
$20,000 for a correct answer. Hey, check it out. I got one of those Magic Eye picture books for my birthday. It's so great, man. It's got all these scribbly paintings, you know, and if you stare at them long enough, a 3D image pops right off the page. Here, watch. Let me relax my eyes a little bit. Pull the book back slower. Yes, I think I got it. What three-dimensional Magic Eye image am I looking at right now? Coyotes howling at the moon, dolphins jumping through the air, Waldo peeking out from behind a tree, or nothing. I have a headache.
I would say 2. Only be a guess.
I'm sorry. I've been staring at this freaking page the whole time, and I can't see a damn thing. All I know is I'm getting a headache, and my eyes are tearing up, and Oh, wait a minute. There it is. It's a unicorn. Oh.
That was a trick one, really. Our nation's enjoyed. It's only third period, and I have 3 bus teeth. None of the smoke and all the cancer. Just give it a 1 after the 10.
And here we have, it's only third period, and I have 3 busted teeth. And you pocket 20,000 clams if you get this one. Hey, you know that NHL hockey team that moved from Hartford to Carolina called the Hurricanes? Whatever, it's not going to help you anyway. If the person who plays center for the Carolina Hurricanes were named after the sport, the calm center of a hurricane is called the eye of the hurricane.
Yep.
This game could be over, but no, here come the Hurricanes! Oh my God!
The old team, the Hurricanes, used to be the Hartford Whalers from the World Hockey Association. Who's the fruit on stage? Video critters. No, really. What's your sign?
Alrighty, the game's gonna continue after the following commercial.
Von den deutschen Schöpfer das Ubernostrum kommt Kindernostrum. Doppler in der glücklich heilen liegt der Schreckbuchstaben. Frei die kleine Aufgabe mit der kostlichen Kindernostrum. Du musst mehr Gutgefühlen mit Kindernostrum.
Which is literally a cocaine reference, honestly. It literally looks like cocaine.
You want the Headrush? You got it. Heads up, here's your clue. Who's the fruit on stage? Well, let's see.
It could be about people with fruits in their names.
Good luck.
Fiona Apple. Yep, just as I thought. Just as I thought it was going to be celebrities with last name fruits. Blind cherry. Oh, blind melon. So I think I've had this before. Smashing pumpkin. I definitely have had this one before. I've had this one before, I believe. Smashing pumpkins. I think it's... Pass. Bananarama. Black. Not blackface. Not blackface. Black Crib? I've never heard of Black Crib before. Chuck.
Oh, man!
Oh. Chuck Berry.
Oh, man!
Cocktails. Was it tangerine heads? Oh, lemon heads. Okay. So that was kind of a rough one. I actually pressed J for one of them, and it didn't really buzzed in.
Nothing to write home about, but not too shabby. Let's see your final score.
So 1,385. So that was a 145. That's the 4th time I've gotten 145. One more, and I'm gonna have to talk to the Saturday.
Something, write some letters. Hey,
so,
thanks for head rushing with
70
me.
grand I have my fire best. So Okay.
Beautiful work, everyone.
Oh, we're going again. Hey, you. We don't need that. Move that. All right, it's a
Game number
Let's
10.
go, people.
Fun beneath your feet. Superheroes who can't decorate. Batman breaks out the long underwear. That'd be kind of painful, really.
To Batman breaks out the long
Submerge yourself in water and then standing up. I know SpongeBob gets to live up, but I don't think it'd be cruel.
Batman villain Mr. Freeze? Well, say a state of tension exists between Batman and Mr. Freeze, but they never actually attack one another.
A cold front.
Can't you do anything right?
Oh, cold turkey.
And, here's what you didn't pick. When two countries don't get along and they share a tense relationship, it's called a Cold War. Don't tell anyone, but I think Batman and Mr. Freeze don't get along because they're really so much alike. I think they really like each other.
Russia would differ with that. Actors and titles. Napians may have low-fat cheese working for the Superman.
Well, what do we have here? Working for the Superman. You get this one right, it's worth 30,000 greenbacks. Heads up, here it comes. Which superhero would the EPA most likely employ?
Environmental
Space Ghost, Captain Planet, Spider-Man,
Environmental
Freakazoid.
Protection Agency. Environmental Protection Agency.
The EPA stands for the Environmental Protection Agency. They look out for the environment, just like Captain Planet.
Yep. 1405.
I am here to do my duty for
I'm only 100 grand behind where I was after 10
Here's your
games.
desk, here's a couple of post-its, and in a couple of years you'll get a cubicle.
This game's about too much smoothly. Chores for lazy people. A carrot a day keeps Elmer away. It's gonna be question 5 is gonna be the special one.
For your enjoyment,
This game's a bunch of whatchamahooey.
this one will get you 10 grand.
Crazy kids and this stuff. I can't listen to it no more. I can't take it. Man, I need someplace to get away from everybody and their goofy music. You got your grunge kids with their gobbledygook. You got your hip-hop kids listening to all their boppity-bip. And we can't forget about those folksy chick rock groups with their mopedy Joe. And the techno rave heads with their poundity mash. Man, it's enough to make me not be able to even think. Wait, what was I saying? Oh, I don't know, man.
Hey, what did old man just call hip-hop music?
It's a bunch of poundity mash, boppity bip.
Bobbity bip, isn't it?
Well, as he said in his little rant over there, old man thinks hip-hop music is a bunch of...
Boppity bip.
Hip hop, hey!
Hey, thanks a lot, old man. You ruined a perfectly good question.
I didn't.
It technically was a old man's old memories, but it was more or less an old man's angry moments. Dominant sets a mission on the accused district. Lights are on, but nobody's home.
H-E-A-D-B-U-T.
Hidden! So we're guaranteed to get a district out after question 7 or 8.
Your category for today is the lights are on, but nobody's home. Let's get the ball rolling at 50K.
This is the third one.
For this headbutt
I've struggled. I got one.
Here's how to work
I
the
horrifically
headbutt.
missed
You're
the
gonna
first
see an
time.
equation
And took
like
another
this
one very
All you
deep
gotta
to
do
where it
is
was
figure out
literally
the parts and add
40
them
seconds
together.
left
Let's
of
see,
30
your
seconds
paid
left.
athlete is pro, littlest Hansen is Zach, add them up, pro Zach. Pretty simple,
Yeah,
huh?
the old
Now
man
listen
comfort.
up.
It
Every
really
second
cranks
and
it
a
up
half,
in
some of
volume
the
2 and
cash
3
is
when
gonna
they do type in
disappear.
hefty,
So if you wanna
especially in
win
TV
big,
and movies
you
as
gotta
well.
be quick. All right, you ready? What's the sum of this equation? Evidence plus fewer.
Evidence plus fewer. That'd be less. Less something.
Okay, first hint. Sherlock Holmes looks
Clueless.
Make your move. Type.
Got one!
You know, I hear on the final episode this season, everyone on Clueless actually gets a clue. And then, well, it's all over.
The hell with you. Baked bean babies. He'll make a delicious cookie someday. I can do calic every day, please.
This bad boy is... I'd like a new catalog every day, please. $30,000 for this one. A 1, a 2, a 3. If J. Crew made their models reenact the Crusades for a special J. Crusades fall
That'd be
catalog...
Fight for the Holy Land.
The Crusades refers to a series of attempts by medieval Christian knights to forcibly take Middle Eastern Holy Lands back from the Muslims.
Yes, there's even one where you even set the poor children.
Trevor, you don't shoot a crossbow wearing a merino sweater in sandstone. God, don't you know anything?
Slippery Circus
Okay,
Game.
pick
5
a
delicious. No request, please. It's gonna be. I swear, this one's gonna be 7 or 8.
And I believe this one's called No Requests, Please. 20,000 bucks says you don't know
And
this
there's no
one.
reply
Flex
at all.
those fingers, because here it comes. If instead of spinning albums at a rave, your favorite DJ spins
That'd be
albumin,
egg
what
whites.
Albumin is just a fancy word for egg whites.
I said albumin.
You know, the cool
1,502,000,
thing is that after
so
you dance all night, you and your raver friends can have a nice breakfast right there in the warehouse.
okay. Almost everyone's doing it. Hard thoughts and free rides in the nude.
All right,
Yes,
dude,
the sexual
just pick
innuendo
this
strikes
or
again.
that.
Couldn't say, couldn't eat the monkey for crying out. Couldn't eat the banana for crying
In the
out.
nude. All right, I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if he's from the New Kids on the Block or from New Edition. As each one comes up, if he's a new kid, press 1.
This is
If
gonna
he's from New
hurt, really.
Edition, press 2. And press 4 if you want to skip. I'll add 5K to your score
This is gonna
for
be
a right
very
answer,
tough.
and you lose 5,000 for a wrong
I know
answer.
I know are
or
Mark
one
and
you don't
Don.
get to.
That's it. Mark and Don. That's all I know. So I might fluke into it, but
Alrighty,
it's a
bring out
complete
the
guess.
monkey.
I might lose 15 grand. So
Let's do it. Joey, new
that'd be an
kid.
addition.
Bobby,
Addition.
Danny,
Kid.
Donnie,
Kid.
Ronnie,
Addition.
Ricky.
Addition.
One more, Ralph.
Addition.
That's
One
all.
flub up, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
one wrong. Pretty good, Tiger. Let's check out
I was
your
expecting to
total.
get probably 2 or 1 right, but I wasn't expecting
Sounds
to get
fine.
1 wrong.
Let's move on.
Okay. For all you folks that have
Alrighty,
birthdays
pick
too,
one.
I prefer Milko tea. Happy birthday, Pipsqueak! So, yep, just like that. Question 7.
Let's see what we got here. Bodily functions have birthdays too. Looks like this one's going for 10,000 bucks. Think fast. Which of the following would celebrate its bicentennial? A 2-year-old.
200.
Bicentennial means 200 years, so that booger would be celebrating its 200th birthday.
Which, we're closer to the,
Man, that must be one of those thin
The-
ones that like sticks to the
the-
side
the
of your nose that you can't even dig
the-
out with your pinky.
I can't.
Ugh, I hate those.
It's our fitting year of independence. What the wild
I
things
need a
really
category.
are. Wedgies and swirls. Playing with your marbles.
May I introduce Playing with Your Marbles? And it's worth 20,000 bucks if you get this one right. All right, we've all played Hungry Hungry Hippos, right? You know where you try to catch the marbles with your big hippo mouth? Well, if you play a game of Hungry Hungry Hippocrates, what will you
That'd be
most
doctors.
likely be? Hippocrates is considered the father of medicine. I seem to be suffering from severe abdominal pains. Perhaps eating
Hey,
even
Blinky,
more
get the hell
might
out of
make the
here.
pain go away.
Sweet, no, you
Okay, I
know,
need a category.
guys are up. But this question is industrial strength. Back to cure acne.
Looks like this category is guys in rubber. 10,000 beanies if you get this one. Eyes up front, we're moving. What's the best Batman movie? Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, or Batman and Robin?
Best Batman. That'd be. I would say Batman itself, but only be a
For the
guess.
curious, here's the right answer. Hey, the second Batman was definitely the best. Come on, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman definitely made this the best one.
I
And she
prefer
totally
Robin with
gave
Jack
Batman
Nicholson,
a run for his money,
actually.
unlike all those other
Robin.
wimpy female characters. And how can you argue with that whip?
Okay. Stuck in the middle
Okay,
again.
pick
How
a
she
category.
kicked my ass. Star Trek. The confusing generation. So stuck in the middle. Stuck in the middle.
Oh, looks like you've had Rush before. Well, check out this clue, because it may come in handy. Stuck in the middle again.
So I hope that's gonna
You
be.
better not be stuck, as this head rush is starting. Good luck.
Jonathan. Oh, middle names of celebrities now. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Thanks, game. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh. Melissa Joan Hart. Okay. Chevrolet Buick. Brian Austin. I've never heard of him. Keenan Ivory Wayans. Zachary Type. Okay. Only one wrong though, but I'll take it. But there's one more game left.
Not bad, not bad. Why am I yelling? I don't know. Let's check out your final score.
Ooh, hot tamale! A $200,000 game this late. 225.
Hey, Green, you were like the best player we had this whole game. Really, I mean that.
But remember,
Thank you for
one
playing
game
Headrush,
left.
and,
There's
hey, I'll
one
see you
game
next
left.
time.
I only need 67.5. Let's play the 11th and final game.
Credits and...
Got it. You heard him. Move it or lose it.
Okay. Did you have a good time? I feel peppy. You got something on your nose. I take that every day instead of the other one.
Java, good time. How does $20,000
Java,
sound?
Java,
Here's the
good time?
pitch. If you were drinking Java in Java with Java Man,
That'd
what would you
be
be doing?
in Indonesia.
Java Man is the name of some old human fossils found in Java, which is an Indonesian island, and it's also a term for coffee. Prehistoric Indonesia. Damn, they got those Starbucks everywhere.
Yeah. My favorite name would still smells like South Park. It's all snuffed to me.
The category is a band by any other name would still smell the same. $20,000 for a correct answer. Wipe off that finger, because here we go. Which of the following band's names is an example of onomatopoeia?
Wham!
Words that are meant to sound like their names are onomatopoetic, like boom, crack, or in this case, wham. Which was a lot better than their original name. They wanted to call the band, but they couldn't figure out how to spell it.
Honestly, George Michael would be fine. Let's cut them open and find out. What kind of face could you use? Saved by the cancellation. So we did a special one in 5. Maybe 4.
Alright, give it up for Saved by the Cancellation. $10,000 riding on this one. And we're off. Imagine that the pupils in Saved by the Bell act the same way as the pupils in your eyes. What will happen when the brightest student walks by in the hall? Zach gets really huge, Kelly becomes reflective, Screech suddenly shrinks, or Slater becomes inverted.
I think it's Screech be squint.
When light hits your eyes, your pupils get smaller, so Screech would shrink.
Which honestly would be the better part of it, actually.
Hey guys, I'm down here!
Which
Slater,
is
did
extremely
someone say something?
painful, actually, for some reason.
Okay, I need a
How
category.
cartoon characters can keep that healthy. Rappers who sniff your crotch. So the special's gonna be at 5. Honestly, if it's bookends where I get the disc down at 5, and
Open
the disc
wide
down 5,
and
and I
get
don't
ready
need extra.
for rappers who sniff your crotch. $10,000 for this one. Hey, you know how people are always saying that on average, dogs age 7 times faster than humans? So if you got a dog that's like 7, then it would be, let's see, carry the 3, 49 in dog years, right? When Snoop Doggy Dogg turns 40,
280.
7 times 40 is, 2 times 14,
280
280.
for crying out loud.
280? You know, that's not that old. I mean, look at Mick Jagger.
A case for being
Alrighty, pick
how to live up a crap party. Beat me up, Yoda!
Well, now, what do we have here? Hey, you just picked a dis or dad.
The final this and that for this 11-game run.
This dis or dad's category name is How to Liven Up a Crappy Party. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it refers to a popular snack chip or a Hobbit character from the book Lord of the Rings. As each one comes up, if the name
Snack
belongs to a
chip or
snack
Hobbit?
chip, press 1. If it belongs
Then
to
we
a
probably
Hobbit, press
fix
2.
it to 1
And to
instead
skip,
of 2.
press 4. For each right answer, you get 5,000 clammies. And 5,000 will be taken away if you get it wrong or don't get to it. Okay, timer please.
Okay.
Let's boogie. Dorito.
Snack chip.
Cheeto.
Snack chip.
Bilbo.
Hobbit.
Frito.
Chip.
Frodo.
Hobbit.
Tostito.
Snack chip. Hobbit.
That's all she
A
wrote.
perfect this or that. So
Yeah, you
I'll
rock.
admit, just
Check it
that's
out.
been incredible for this one. It's really helped me out
Okay,
improve my
let's
score
move on.
overall. Maybe a single Steam. Cops entries.
Okay,
I
pick a
can't see anybody
category.
thought I'd make 'em. Breakfast of Wimps. It's gonna be our center. You're never gonna get the special
This
one directly
category is known
after
as
Disregard, which would
Cops
be
in Ancient
really
Greece.
a severe case
20,000 bucks says you
discontinuity.
don't know this one. Hey, see if you can imagine this episode of Cops. Instead of regular sirens, the cop cars are equipped with
Oh,
sirens from Greek mythology.
hypnotism.
The sirens in mythology are those birds with the head of a woman that sing so beautifully that sailors become hypnotized and crash their ships against the rocks.
Do you see famously in Snap Style?
Freeze, punk!
No, stop! I give up!
Yeah. Good old-fashioned name
category.
card. Racing for yourself. Lessons in French or speaking tongues. So it's gonna be question E, or else it's gonna be no special question at all. Just be this or that, and that's it.
And this is good old-fashioned name calling. And you pocket
Really want
20,000
to change for a
clams if
special
you get this
question.
one. All right, now what's the deal with University of Notre Dame sport teams? I mean, they call themselves the Fighting Irish, but they go to school in Indiana. I mean, what's going on? Say Notre Dame changes its team
The
nickname
French
from Fight.
Crepes.
The Cathedral of Notre Dame is a Gothic church in Paris, France. And it's also that place where that hunchback guy rang all those bells.
Quasimodo.
It looks like it's time for the 2-minute warning.
The bells! The bells!
Okay. I dreadlocks. I love the ladies. Campbell's got a brand new bag.
Spread out, host boy. I'm taking over this ship. Here we go.
Yep, this is, I believe, the fourth or fifth quality members of this game. There's a point where it's enough is enough.
Grandpa's got a brand new bag.
Which is parody of
And
Pop's
it's
Got
worth
Brand New Bag by
20,000
James
bucks if
Brown.
you get this one right.
Oh no, boy, I got a case of the boogie fever, but I loaned out my favorite album. Oh, what was that guy's name? He makes me want to shake my booty. You know, he's that guy. He's a really famous rhythm and blues man. He's got that really famous...
James Brown!
You got it.
That's
I
right, boy,
it
James Brown, the
I don't know how I
godfather
knew it
of
was James
soul.
Brown. I knew it was James for reference to the category. It has
And
to
I
be
bet
James
you didn't
Brown
know
as
that
well.
I'm the godfather of James Brown. Yep, he's a good boy. He learned all
This
his
is a
moves
man's
from me.
world, sadly
Hey,
enough.
take it to the bridge.
This is a man's world. Stick it where the sun doesn't shine. If ducks can wear sweaters, it's real fun to see. 2 more questions left.
This one's called Stick It Where the Sun Don't Shine. And you're playing for a $30,000
30 fat
wad
ones.
coming at you. Which planet's orbits are between you and Uranus? Mercury and Venus, Neptune, Venus, and Pluto,
You and
Mars,
Uranus.
Jupiter, and
That'd be-
Saturn, or Mars, Venus,
That'd be
Neptune,
Mars,
Jupiter,
Jupiter, and Saturn. Because they lived on Earth.
Starting at Earth, you got Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, then Uranus.
Yep.
Man, just think, next time you wipe yourself, you could be destroying like billions and billions of alien life forms.
Neptunium. Home where you do a
Okay, I
fun
need a
TV.
category.
Having a hell of a time. This question will give you the munchies. Final question. Well, not counting this or that.
Pucker up for having a hill of a time. Get
I
it
meant
right.
the
I'm
Headrush.
having over 20K. Hey, you know that Fox show King of the Hill?
I've heard of it. It's kind of a cool
If the
bean.
Hill family plays a game of King of the Hill near Bunker Hill, what will
Piggy
our
wrestling with British soldiers.
hard-working Americans like you and me kick some British butt near Bunker Hill during the Revolutionary War?
I don't quite think the background will probably want to give 2 F's
Goes
about
to show
Peggy Hill's
you never
feet.
trust no one with a funny accent.
But seriously, if you don't do this, you're a loser. The cat into it. What?
Don't move, because we'll be right back
One
after this short
final
commercial
head
message.
rush.
Hey kids, say bit of cheese.
Bit of cheese, better than a plate of peas.
Gouda, Swiss, and Colby, please.
Have a bit of cheese.
Bit of cheese cereal contains 10 times the recommended daily allowance of calcium.
It'd just be milk curds. It'd just be curds away. It'd just be curds
You
away.
want the head rush? You got it. Heads up, here's your clue. If you don't do this, you're a loser.
It could
Well,
be
enough said.
stuff.
Good luck.
Clue. That'd be solve murder. It's basically board games and the objectives. Battleship. That'd be to sink all the ships, right? Yep. To the objective of board games. Hungry Hippos. That'd be to eat apples. I used to play when I was much younger, so. Shoots and ladders. That would be. Get to the top. Scrabble. That'd be, not get rich. Quarter in glass. Want to swim. Get money. Make words. Monopoly. That'd be. I go to jail. That'd be. Get rich and risk. Conquer the world! I said the clue, so. How much money was that in our last game? It had to be some insane amount.
Nothing to write home about, but not too shabby. Let's see your final score. That's the game.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord! That was a $240,000 12th and final, 11th and final game. Man,
Oh well, thanks for playing.
I literally hit it all cylinders in that game.
Yes, sir, that's show business.
That's it, baby. I'm good. The total of that one, $1,827,500. See you next time.